Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts during Clean Car Month for great deals on everything you need to keep your car looking new, like Black Magic Diamond Tire Wet free after mail-in rebate. Leave your tires looking better than ever with Black Magic Diamond Tire Wet free after mail-in rebate during Clean Car Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. Limit supply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Blog Talk Radio.
Here we go. Blast off.
This is True Capitalist Radio. True Capitalist Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of business.
Give him capitalism or give him death.
That's it. Period.
Broadcasting from his Skyline office studios in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas.
You sound fruitier than a box of Fruit Loops, for Christ's sake.
And now, he'll take it from here. Your host, the prognosticator of prognosticators, the man they call Ghost.
How's it going, folks? And thank you for tuning in with me to another edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. This is episode number 273 for all the folks that are keeping track of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. We are live 4 p.m. Central Standard Time every Monday through Friday. So if you're listening to us right now at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, you're listening to us live. And, of course, every one of these broadcasts are archived for you to download for free at blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost, folks. And if you haven't already done so, please follow me on Twitter, folks. The Twitter name to follow is Politics Ghost, all right? All one word, no underscores, Politics Ghost. Anyway, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. We got a lot of things to talk about on this Hump Day edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, or what the lesbos would like to call the Carpet Munching Monday, or Carpet Munching Wednesday, or Fruit Bowl Wednesday for the Fruit Bowls, whatever you want to call it, baby. I want to get right into the point. Donald Trump, the man who has sparked the capitalist revolution, folks, the man who has inspired many one of us, as well as myself, to do whatever it takes to make sure that he becomes president and we make America great again. Donald Trump had a rally in New Mexico, Albuquerque. Now, let me tell you something, folks. Remember earlier this week, when I said that the Trump train is going west, they're going to go take a West Coast tour, that I was a little apprehensive about what the hell was going to happen. A little apprehensive about Trump going out west and having all these damn, leftist, race hustlers and, all these people that are trying to agitate the political scene out here in America. Well, folks, unfortunately, that's exactly what happened. Did you all see the utter violent riot that happened outside the Trump rally in Albuquerque, New Mexico, for Christ's sake? I mean, folks, this is what I'm talking about. This is what we are fighting against as it relates to the Trump train, as it relates to those of us that want to make America great again, those of us that actually want to see capitalism flourish once again as the model of the United States system. This is what we're up against: ignorance, violence, leftist agitation, racial agitation. I mean, these are the things that we are up against as the group that we are. And I'm not just talking about the Trump train. I'm talking about the capitalist army as well, folks. And this is why the capitalist army has conducted itself, making sure that these supposed leaders of these organizations, these Black Lives Matter leaders and these other leftist, long-haired, liberal, bedwetting, hippie agitators out here, when they start advocating violence, and they start advocating violence on the mainstream media, we want to make sure that they have a spotlight on themselves, since they want a spotlight. You know, they're advocating violence out here. You know, they're out here talking about doing all kinds of nefarious, violent activities just because, why? Donald Trump is leading in the polls? America wants Donald Trump president? I mean, this is disgusting, folks, and this is why we try to shine a spotlight on these violent agitators, folks. And if you haven't followed me on Twitter, well, by God, you need to do so. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. Folks, there's a lot of things that we do on that Twitter account and on Twitter in general that is not necessarily suitable for the broadcast. One of which, and I don't mean to bring this up because this was not on the agenda, but I don't know if you all are familiar with one, Milo Yiannopoulos, the self-proclaimed world's dangerous faggot. That's his term. That's not me. I mean, I'm not trying to demean the man. That's what he calls himself. Well, anyway, this man is probably at the pinnacle, at the cusp of the alt-right movement at this current time. He's a Brit. I believe he's a Brit. He sounds like he's from Britain. He's coming over here to America, basically trying to talk against feminism, trying to talk against leftist agitation, race hustling, pro-Trump, obviously, calls Trump his daddy. You know, I'm not joking around. As a matter of fact, if you want to, take a look at his Twitter is @Nero, Nero. Anyway, this gentleman likes to go around the country at universities and discuss, the damaging effects of third-wave feminism, leftism, anti-free speech, so on and so forth. And for some reason, he gets a lot of attention from a lot of violent leftist agitators, particularly of the Black Lives Matter persuasion. Now, last evening, I believe he was at DePaul University. Just basically the display that happened in that university. If you haven't seen the clip of it, folks, it's just disgusting. You had Black Lives Matter basically overtake his lecture, or his whatever speaking engagement or whatever he was doing. He likes to do debates, lectures, different kinds of things. They basically got up and just stopped the whole lecture from happening because they were claiming that Milo Yiannopoulos is dangerous, he's racist. One of the damn Black Lives Matter leaders got damn near violent with him. I think some physical contact with him, for Christ's sake. And lo and behold, the two people that were up on stage causing the agitation, one of them was a minister. Yeah, a minister. And the other one was a student there at DePaul. And guess who her mammy is? Someone on the faculty at DePaul University. Do you see what I'm saying, folks? This is what we're up against, man. I'm telling you, the bureaucrats at every level, the collegiate level, the municipal levels, the state levels, the federal levels definitely are trying to assert this totalitarianism, and they're utilizing these mindless leftist idiots and their violent tendencies to do so. This is pure political thuggery if I've ever seen it in my life, all right? And let me tell you something right now. Albuquerque, New Mexico, I'm sure there's some good folks out there, but once again, a group is defined by its majority. What a trash garbage hole of a city that was represented on the mainstream media and images throughout the internets. What a way to represent your city, Albuquerque, huh? Jesus Christ. And there's a Republican, Republican Latina that's a governor out there. What's her name? Suzanne Martinez or something of that nature. Trump decides to make a comment about her during the rally in Albuquerque, and for some reason her name, I don't know why, was being floated around as a potential vice presidential candidate. I guess with this comment, it kind of nullified that whole talk. But basically, and let me tell you, the liberal media is trying to run with this as if Trump degraded, the Mexican race or something of that nature. He was looking at a paper during the Albuquerque rally talking about different statistics that have afflicted and affected the people of New Mexico, one of which was the explosion of entitlements, food stamps, and, that sort of thing, and then said, and I'm paraphrasing, oh, we got to talk to your governor about this. I mean, that number's way too high. We got to talk to her about this, or better yet, why don't I come over here and run for governor of New Mexico? He's just trying to rile up the damn crowd, and they were rowdy. I'm telling you, the Trump rally inside was pure Trump train. But you see, the mainstream media is now utilizing that little comment and claiming that he just called every goddamn Mexican a damn wetback or something. I'm serious. I mean, this is how the mainstream media works, folks. All right, don't believe it. And, I got to pride the majority of the Latinos in America today. I'm telling you, I'm talking about the American Latinos. I'm not talking about these idiot immigrants that are the crux of the agitators that were waving Mexican flags out there in New Mexico. We saw the same thing happen in Arizona. We're probably going to see the same goddamn thing happen in California. These people are illegal immigrants. These are not American-born Latinos, all right? I mean, and I'm glad to see that there's American-born Latinos that are basically trying to disassociate themselves from these pieces of trash, all right? Because let me tell you something right now. I'm from Texas, all right, boy, and we got a lot of Mexicans walking around out here. So I know a thing or two about a thing or two, and I know for a fact that these damn Latinos that are American-born, they would be completely rejected and ostracized in Mexico if they decided to go and maybe live out there for a month or two. All right, I'm serious. I'm not joking. I mean, once they start hearing, if you don't speak their, fast-ass Spanish that barely sounds legible, if you, look at Telemundo, have you ever looked at the Telemundo? I mean, you can't even understand what the hell they're talking about. But you see, if you don't speak that, if you don't talk like that, they're going to degrade you. You're a second-class citizen. Even in the dirt poor, they'll look at you cross-eyed. I'm telling you, you Latinos in America, you need to start realizing that if you're, trying to wave around a Mexican flag, go to Mexico, you dumbasses. Go walk around out there and try to articulate yourself with the Spanglish that you know from here in America, and try to articulate yourself out there in Mexico and see if these people don't laugh at you like you're some second-rate idiot. All right? I'm not joking, man. I don't understand why this is so hard to comprehend for you folks. All right, I'm telling you. I mean, I know not all of you, not all the Latinos in America are down with La Raza out here. All right, I mean, don't get me wrong. You're proud of your heritage and you express it through your culinary prowess, through clothing, or a variety of different methods. All right, but come on, you Latinos that were born in America, you shouldn't be waving the Mexican flag. You should be, utilizing it for a rug, all right, or something like that, or covering it, covering some old piece of crap that you don't want, using it for a blanket or something. Because let's be completely honest, there is no loyalty for you Latinos in Mexico. I strongly urge you all right, to go out there. If you're an American-born Latino, go to goddamn Mexico right now. Go to Mexico. All right, and see if your ass doesn't get spit upon because you don't know how to speak this. I'm serious. I'm not joking around, man. Anyway, I didn't mean to, go on that soliloquy, folks, but I'm sick and tired of these violent riots, and it's these leftists and these race hustlers, man. It's all they are. It's the same crap, different plate, man. And the people that are waving those Mexican flags out there are immigrants, all right? They're immigrants. And you know what I can't stand about these immigrants? I'm going to be completely honest with you, all right? They come to our country, all right? And, of course, we got Obama, saying, well, you can come on in to the country. I'm Barack Obama. Come on in. We're coming to America. They're coming into America, right? I mean, they're getting entitlements. That these people, they can send their kids to public schools out here. I'm not joking. You got illegal immigrant kids out here that basically hopped off the border and can go register into goddamn schools, for Christ's sake, all right? I mean, they're getting all the perks of being an American citizen, all right? I mean, free education, they're getting entitlements in some states, for Christ's sake. I mean, they're getting help from churches, all these people. I mean, it's just easy. And yet these idiots have the audacity not to show a little bit of gratitude, by, stop waving that goddamn Mexican flag in our country, for Christ's sake. How about standing up and putting your goddamn hand over your heart to our Pledge of Allegiance? We're feeding your ass. We're clothing your ass. We're educating your asses, for Christ's sake. And you see, this is what Donald Trump is talking about, I mean, there needs to be some kind of a simulation here. I mean, I'm all for bringing people from all over the world into America, but they need to realize that when the influx of immigration came in, all right? When the influx of immigration came in at the turn of the 20th century, for Christ's sake, those people were trying to leave the garbage holes that used to be their homeland. You understand that? I mean, Ellis Island, and that's another thing. People like to talk about, well, we were built on immigrants. You know that Ellis Island, that these immigrants that, everybody likes to tout that were brought in, and they were, back in the turn of the 20th century, they had to go through Ellis Island, you idiots. I mean, they were vetted. I mean, they were probed. Literally probed. They were checked for lice, diseases, everything. And here you've got this president bringing in 500 this month alone and counting Syrian refugees from wild Yehudi, Middle Eastern battle-hardened areas, for Christ's sake, allowing people from the border just, coming in, no problem. There's no kind of health check on these people. You're starting to see, I read here recently there was an outbreak of measles out there that's attributed to this particular migration situation. You've got Zika. I mean, how the hell did Zika all of a sudden come and kind of sweep its ugly head out here in America? I mean, it's these immigrants, for Christ's sake. They're coming over here illegally. They're not properly vetted. They're not going through a process. I mean, it's just disgusting. I mean, tuberculosis. Have you heard about those outbreaks, for Christ's sake? I mean, there's a humongous outbreak of tuberculosis because of damn immigration. I'm telling you, folks, there are a lot of implications to the immigration situation that are beyond economic, all right? I mean, there's a bunch of situations that need to be talked about, debated, and we need to stop the flow of illegal immigrants. We need to stop the flow of it. And those that want to come in here legally, we got to vet them. We got to know who the hell they are, for Christ's sake, man. Jesus Christ. Anyway, let me stop there, folks, because I was disgusted to see the images that were coming out. It reminded me of Trump Rally Shy. Remember that in Chicago? Oh, what a disgrace that was. Just, I mean, same crap, different plate, different city. Anyway, folks, let's move on. We got a lot of things to talk about. Did you hear about the State Department audit? It found that Hillary Rodham Clinton and her aides did not comply on the records policy. I mean, they didn't even report the alleged hacks that happened. Do you understand this? I mean, this is more damning evidence that is coming out about Hillary Rodham Clinton. And on top of that, folks, I love how the Trump campaign is just coming out swinging bare knuckle at Hillary Rodham Clinton, all right? First, it was the R-bomb with the rape allegations with Juanita Broderick a la Bill Clinton, all right? Then you had the conjuring up of the ghost of Vince Foster. And we discussed Vince Foster yesterday, and if you don't know how Vince Foster is connected to the Clintons, well, by God, the information's out there. Go take a look at it for yourself. Now, folks, I'm telling you, Trump is fearless, baby. He's fearless. He makes me want to be fearless. He should make you want to be fearless, for Christ's sake. That's why I'm encouraging all of you to do whatever it takes to spread the information out there. Repost news articles, retweet tweets, all right? I mean, go to the blogs, go to the forum posts. Conduct yourself in Operation Barrel Roll. Do all this stuff. I mean, look at this man that is running for president. He's fearless. He's taking on the Clinton crime family bare knuckle, baby. Woo, man. Did you hear what was trending today? We discussed this a little bit yesterday. Whitewater. Oh, yeah. Let's go bring that back up, baby. Whitewater. And I know you millennials are not going to know what the hell that means, but that was one of the first infamous cases that Hillary Rotten Clinton was tied to that damn near brought her down. But, of course, people that were affiliated with this particular situation ended up, of course, dead or in jail. All right? I mean, that's what I'm saying. This is what happens around the Clintons, for Christ's sake. All right? And I'm telling you, this man, Donald Trump, is a fearless warrior. I mean, he's going right after the Clinton crime family like he has no goddamn care in the world, baby. I mean, he's bringing up people. I mean, the Vince Foster thing, I think, was a shock, first of all. Then he's going to correlate that today with what was trending on Twitter, Whitewater. And let me tell you, Hubble, who was affiliated with the Whitewater situation, with all due respect, folks, it is alleged that Chelsea Clinton, the so-called daughter of Bill and Hillary Clinton, is not Bill's daughter. It is actually the daughter of Hubble, the man who was in correlation with this Whitewater situation that, of course, ended up dead. So, and if you don't believe me, that's fine. I mean, that's your opinion, but I would strongly advise you to take a look at a picture of Hubble and put it side by side with a picture of freaking Chelsea Clinton. I mean, it looks like a freaking match from hell, all right? I mean, take a look at the jawline on, I mean, it's just, Jesus Christ. I'm telling you, the more and more you unearth about these leftists, man, they have sick, deep-seated secrets. Like Barack Obama's real father. If you haven't heard that one, I'd strongly advise you to see a movie by a man who this administration is trying to throw into jail, Joel Gilbert, a movie called Dreams of My Real Father, where this man, Joel Gilbert with the L at the end, this man does an investigative report, investigative documentary on who Obama's real father is, and it's very damning evidence, very unbelievable investigative expose. Of course, his father, according to the movie, is Frank Marshall Davis, the infamous communist publication leader and pornographer out of Hawaii. All right, Frank Marshall Davis. And, of course, folks, Barack Obama does not deny that he was very good friends with this man, that supposedly him and his grandfather were really good friends, whatever the hell that meant. And, moreover, folks, Joel Gilbert was able to find photos of Barack Obama's mother, okay, posing in pornographic pictures, all right? Because, remember, Frank Marshall Davis, he was a pornographer, all right? Joel Gilbert was able to find these pictures of Barack Obama's mother, like in Betty Page-like bondage posing. And, I'm not joking, man. I mean, the more and more you start investigating into the background of these sick leftists, you can't make this crap up, man. I mean, that's why these people think they're so invincible. I mean, why do you think Hillary Rotten Clinton thinks that, people are grasping at straws as it relates to this email scandal? I mean, this broad knows where the bodies are buried. She's going to bring everybody down if she goes down, I'm telling you. I mean, why do you think they're trying to discredit her, for Christ's sake, man? I mean, they're keeping Bernie Sanders in the race so that they can prove to the party that this broad is not viable. She's not going to be able to be electable against Trump, so that they should entertain another candidate. They're releasing slowly but surely all this information as it relates to her email situation. Benghazi's starting to come up. You've got Trump coming at her bare knuckle with, the rape allegations against Bill. You got the situation with Vince Foster, Whitewater, for Christ's sake. I mean, it's all overwhelming, man. I mean, I don't know how these people can go to sleep at night, for Christ's sake. I mean, have you looked at Bill? Bill's barely there, for Christ's sake. I mean, that son of a bitch looks like he's got the AIDS or something. I mean, but he's just half there. I mean, he's just like in La La Land whenever fucking, excuse my French, I'm sorry, but whenever goddamn Hillary Clinton is giving a damn speech He's just there off in space cadet land, for Christ's sake, man. Jesus Christ, somebody put a freaking drool pillow under this guy. I mean, Jesus Christ. Anyway, I also want to talk a little bit about Pocahontas, the political Pocahontas herself, Elizabeth Warren. This two-bit freaking hipster liberal cookie cutout of a woman, or whatever it is, decides that she wants another 15 seconds of fame, so she starts bashing Donald Trump again because she knows that'll get her some damn media, because everyone knows that her governing is sure as hell not, or her past is sure as hell not, for Christ's sake. And for you folks that are unaware, political Pocahontas over here, Elizabeth Warren, claimed to be Native American so that she could fill a supposed affirmative action spot at Harvard University. Yeah, I mean, does that look like an Indian to you? Huh? Does that look like Chief Slap-a-Ho's daughter to you? Give me a break. This woman, and this is why these liberals push affirmative action. Do you understand this, right? I mean, they just create another bureaucratic hurdle for those that it's supposed to be intended to help. They make the bureaucratic hurdle so difficult for them to understand that the only people that understand it are the damn bureaucrats. And that's why you got Elizabeth Warren over here claiming to be goddamn Native American, claiming to be Indian, for Christ's sake, so that she could basically skim through that loophole of affirmative action relating to the professorship at Harvard University. And what does she do? She makes $350,000 a year teaching one goddamn class, all right? And then she claims she's out here fighting for the working person about how capitalism is juicing everybody. I mean, what a freaking hypocrite this Elizabeth Warren is. I'm telling you this right now. This is a piece of garbage, hypocritical, typical liberal, all talk, no action piece of trash. All right? I mean, how this woman, and you see, this is the thing about liberals. They're shameless. I mean, they'll go out. They don't care if you know that they're complete frauds. If they know that there's enough people that don't think they're frauds that are still cheering them on, they'll still go out there and talk this nonsense. They'll still go out there and mouth this rhetoric, for Christ's sake. Now, once again, I didn't mean to bring up Elizabeth Warren because she wanted attention. I definitely want to talk about this dumb scumbag because I believe that this woman, and I don't know why the media is claiming that she's coming out doing this for Hillary Rotten Clinton, all right? I believe that she's doing this because she's prepping herself and making the spotlight on her so that when Joe Biden usurps the nomination, because I'm telling you folks, the more and more days go by, Joe Biden is going to usurp I'm telling you. I mean, if Hillary Rotten Clinton cannot win California, if she cannot win California, I believe that it's over 85% that Joe Biden usurps the nomination from Hillary Rotten Clinton. And Joe Biden has already said that he would choose, or he would have chose, quote unquote, he would have chose Elizabeth Warren as his vice presidential nominee. All right? So once again, it's no coinkadink why Elizabeth Warren is out here flapping her gator, running her goddamn gator like she's got 2 cents to stand on, for Christ's sake. She ain't got crap. All right? There's so much baggage in this woman's closet, for Christ's sake. She should be embarrassed of herself. But like a typical liberal, no shame, no embarrassment, for Christ's sake. As long as she has a crowd still cheering for her, she'll still come out and show her ugly, stupid, dumbass, hipster, cartoon-looking face. Jesus Christ. Once again, folks, all right, that's the only reason why Elizabeth Warren is talking trash to Trump. And to be honest with you, I don't think Trump should be taking the debate, if you want my personal opinion. I think Trump shouldn't even be acknowledging this disgusting clitoris down to her knees windbag. All right, I'm sorry. I don't like the woman, all right? She has done nothing. She's your quintessential liberal who's all talk and has done nothing. I'm sick of seeing these liberals, man. I'm sick of this crap. This woman is all talk and has done absolutely nothing. She's a senator. She's done nothing. She's done nothing but run her gator. That's all she's done. But as I said, folks, the mainstream, lamestream media is putting a spotlight on her because she's talking garbage about Donald Trump. And because she's got the spotlight and there's freaking dumbass hipster leftist idiots, mindless morons that are like, oh, look, I like Elizabeth Warren. She looks like a nice hipster cunt. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry I'm getting so vulgar, folks. I mean, I'm just pissed off, man. Because I know what's happening. I know what these Democrats are trying to do. All right? What did I tell you? I've been telling you every time I've come up on this broadcast that there is a power struggle within the Democratic Party. All right? There is a power struggle within the Democratic Party. I've been saying this since I came back and started doing this goddamn show. I said that Hillary Rodham Clinton is trying to attain the presidency so that one Bill Clinton, AIDS infection or not, can be the Secretary General, all right, of the United Nations. All right, I'm telling you this right now. This is the whole motivation for Hillary Rodham Clinton. If Hillary Rodham Clinton ends up president and Bill Clinton ends up UN Secretary General, they will be the most powerful couple in world history. You understand that? Most powerful couple in world history. So that's what's motivating Hillary Rodham Clinton, pure unadulterated power. That's what's driving her. That is what's driving her right now, pure unadulterated power. She doesn't care about America. She doesn't care about the poor. She doesn't care about Black Lives Matter. She doesn't care about anything. She just cares about the power. Moreover, on the flip side, folks, like I said, there's a power struggle. You've got Barack Obama. Because remember, Barack Obama came out of nowhere, and all of a sudden the Democratic establishment kind of just backed up this Nimrod out of nowhere, all right? And it shocked the Clintons, and that's why the Barack Obama people had to negotiate with the Clintons to make Clinton at least the Secretary of State. And if you want my personal opinion, I believe that the Benghazi situation was a setup by Obama to implicate Hillary Clinton as a culprit in whatever in the hell they were trying to do there. And in my personal opinion, they were gun running. I said this when the Benghazi thing happened. They were gun running arms from Turkey into Libya to give to these goddamn what are now ISIS factions. All right? It's as simple as that. But I believe that he set her up for that. I remember when she supposedly stepped down as Secretary of State, which was rather convenient, one of the most uncomfortable bureaucratic interviews that I've ever seen in my life, when Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton were right there next to each other trying to save face. I mean, they were just there with a crap-eating grin on both their faces. Looked like the most uncomfortable interview I'd ever seen in my life, trying to claim that there was no bad blood or whatever the crap is, for Christ's sake. I mean, give me a break. Give me a break. I'm telling you, man, it makes me sick. It makes me sick, man. Anyway, on the other side, folks, you've got Barack Obama and Joe Biden. Now, how this marriage of political happenstance came to be, I have no idea. All right, but apparently these people are ride or die. I'm talking Joe Biden and Barack Obama. They got a political pact going on. I mean, I was shocked when the man chose him as his vice presidential running mate. I mean, this was the same guy. Do y'all remember the 2008 campaign, folks? Do y'all remember the primaries? I watched every single second of it, all right? I remember Joe Biden, making some racial remark, and I'm sure the documentation for that is still on the internet. He made some racial remarks stating that, he speaks very articulately for a black man, suggesting that black men don't traditionally speak articulately. And, of course, that was swept under the rug, and Barack Obama was like, no big deal, and chose him as his vice president. Anyway, I'm digressing, folks. Once again, two divisions, two sides in the Democratic Party that are fighting against each other. Hillary Rodham Clinton and Bill Clinton, Barack Obama and Joe Biden. And if Joe Biden usurps the nomination for the DNC and happens to win the presidency, you're going to see one Barack Hussein Obama as the UN Secretary General of the United Nations. I'm not joking, man. This is all these leftists are trying to attain right now. All right? I mean, this has nothing to do with America on the Democrat side. I'm telling you this right now. I mean, you people need to wake up. You Hillary supporters, you Democrat supporters, these people don't care about your stupid idiot asses. You understand that? It's just all about pure, unadulterated, bureaucratic, institutional, international power. I'm telling you, that's why I keep saying it, and I'm going to continue to say it. These bureaucrats are soulless. They sold their soul to the bureaucracy, folks, the system. I keep saying this. Once a system's created, it has a life of its own, for Christ's sake. I mean, why do you think, and I hate to digress, but once again, it bears repeating, Mao Zedong, why do you think he had the Cultural Revolution? He created the system, remember, when he took over China, unified China, the first time that's happened in several hundred years, over several hundred years, and he unifies China, creates a communist system, they make him the chairman of that system, and then all of a sudden the system has a life of its own, and when it has a life of its own, all of a sudden that system begins to try to conspire against Mao. Mao Zedong understood this, and because he as leader enforced a public education system that basically taught the children that Mao Zedong was some god that came from the freaking mountains and, took over China and reunified. I mean, like secular godhood is really what they taught these kids. Mao Zedong realized that he could no longer control the Chinese system he created. So that's when he called on the Cultural Revolution. He wrote the Red Book. I wonder how long it took him to write that, because that was written rather quick. He wrote the Red Book, calls for the Cultural Revolution, tells all the youth in China to kill their teachers, kill the police, kill their families, kill the politicians, and they went out there and they did it. They went out there and did it. So the only reason I bring that up, folks, is because even Mao Zedong's leftist communist ass realized that even though, I created this communist system, the system all of a sudden can have a life of its own, and I can't control it even though I'm big badass Mao Zedong. And he basically utilized his trump card, for a lack of a better term, and called on the people to kill the system itself, and they did it. I'm not joking, man. Like 25 million people dead, all right? All right, just because Mao Zedong said, go out there and kill him. All right, I mean, just imagine. That's sick, man. Oh, my God. Anyway, like I was trying to suggest, a system, once it's created, it has a life of its own, and these damn bureaucrats have sold their souls to these things, man. I'm telling you, these career bureaucrats, these career politicians, doesn't matter if they're left or right wing, if their whole career is based on public service, they have sold their souls to the damn bureaucracy. They have sold their souls to the bureaucratic systems. Sold their souls, bottom line. Anyway, folks, man, after talking all that, I mean, give me my drink. Give me a drink, for Christ's sake. I mean, after talking about Elizabeth Warren, I need a shower or something. So I'm not drinking Blue Label. I'm not wasting Blue Label on that. No Blue Label for you, Elizabeth Warren, you stupid hipster commie. No Blue Label for you. I think I'm going to get some beer, for Christ's sake. How about some beer? You know what I mean? I like beer. I drink it, unfortunately, like, Stone Cold or something, like, some beer-guzzling wrestler, some bastard like that. But I like beer, all right? I like the spirit that it brings and it conjures. So why do you think they call alcoholic beverages spirits, folks? Huh? FYI, just think about it for a little bit. Anyway, let me get some beer. More beer! All right. We got some beer. You got some beer, engineer? All right, thanks a lot, man. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and just start drinking some beer right now. I mean, especially after talking about that hipster cartoon, Elizabeth Warren. And as I'm suggesting, folks, she is putting herself out there in the mainstream spotlight because just like Joe Biden is trying to put himself on the mainstream spotlight, because I'm telling you, they're prepping themselves. They are prepping themselves, folks, and be on the lookout for that, boy. Be on the lookout. Anyway, I've got some of the old man's favorite, and I've got some pint cans this time. I like to drink in pints. I don't mean to sound European, but I like to drink in pints. It's a better way of measuring your drinking, and so on and so forth. So go ahead. Let's go ahead and pop these open. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Anyway, let that foam out for a second, and let's move on to the next subject matter, because I sure as hell do not want to talk about Elizabeth goddamn Warren the whole show. Anyway, did you hear the latest Bernie Sanders and the Operation Barrel Roll news, all right? Let me tell you what the operatives on our side have been conducting. They have been doing operations in which they are enriching the Internet through a variety of different methods. I don't want to discuss what we're doing, with the idea that a lot of Democrats are in complete disgust with Wasserman Schultz. I mean, we are putting out the narrative through a variety of different means that makes it legitimately look like Bernie Sanders supporters and actual Democrats that they are completely disgusted with Wasserman Schultz, and the media is taking the bait. All right? They're taking the bait. I mean, how many media took this, for Christ's sake? Oh, Wasserman Schultz taking the heat. Democrats want Wasserman Schultz out. I mean, I'm telling you, folks, if you are not conducting yourself in Operation Barrel Roll, well, then you are doing the Trump train a disservice, and you're doing the country a disservice. Remember, what you are supposed to do in Operation Barrel Roll, if you want to partake in it, of course, is you make an account relating to the Bernie Army, all right, and pretend you are a Bernie Sanders supporter, all right, and start plastering actual substance against Hillary Rotten Clinton. Start plastering substance against Democratic establishment figures. Trash them, bash them, and use leftist terminology. Use leftist news outlets. Use leftist methods so that they can basically be disillusioned. They'll be so disillusioned that they'll either fight and revolt and offset each other, or just not show up to the goddamn polls, baby. It's true warfare, baby. It's true warfare. Oh, man, I'm telling you, I'm loving every minute of it. Once again, conduct yourself in Operation Barrel Roll. Remember, your allegiance remains with the Trump train. Your allegiance remains with the capitalist army. But once again, this is one of these double agent operations in which you go undercover incognito as a Bernie Sanders supporter and basically agitate the Hillary Rotten Clinton side, agitate the Democratic bureaucratic establishment side, and force these people into an error. And that's exactly what we're doing on our end, and that's why I am calling on you. I'm calling on you. Join Operation Barrel Roll and go out there and spread it all over the internets, all right? The Bernie Army, all right, baby? You're going to start hearing about the Bernie Army by the end of the week. I guarantee you, baby. I guarantee you. All right, I'm telling you. I mean, look, you see how easy it was for these morons in Black Lives Matter and these leftist race hustlers to organize all those Nimrods out there in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Do you see how easy it was for them to do so? It's that easy for the Bernie Army or the capitalist army operatives to do the same goddamn thing, all right? I'm telling you, it's all about understanding group dynamic and understanding how to tap into that group dynamic, motivating that group dynamic to take action. It's as simple as that, all right? Especially Bernie Sanders supporters. Most of these people are disgusting, slovenly, pathetic human beings that literally have no social life for the most part, and going to a Bernie Sanders rally or going to something related to a Bernie Sanders is something to do for the day, potentially get some friends, and maybe get laid. I'm not joking. That's the motivating force for these morons. So once again, I am extending my hand to everybody out there in the capitalist army, on the Trump train. It's time for us to conduct ourselves in a new age, in a new way of political warfare. And I'm talking about troll warfare, all right? You go out there incognito as the Bernie army. You go out there to the forums and start bashing Hillary Rodham, bashing the Democrats. And I guarantee you, you're going to have all these Hillary Rodham people bashing you back. You're going to have them bashing you back, for Christ's sake. And that's the point. That's the whole point. It's to disillusion these people. It's to dehumanize these people. It's to make them so disenchanted that they either cancel each other out or just don't go out and vote because they're so goddamn frustrated. Woo! Oh, man, this is great. And you know what's going to happen in the end, folks? What's going to happen in the end is obviously Bernie Sanders is not going to get the nomination, regardless of what these people believe. He's not going to get the nomination. And once he does not get the nomination, and the operatives in the capitalist army that have, somewhat control of the Bernie army, we're going to go ahead and convert all those disillusioned chaps into Donald Trump voters. Woo! I'm telling you, we're playing political games, baby. We're playing political games here. Oh, my God. I'm telling you, man. This is great. They're going to be writing textbooks about this crap. I'm not joking. I'm not kidding around. This is the new game of politics, baby. This is the new game of politics. All right? I mean, these dumb leftists, they want to play dumbasses for fools. We're going to play the same dumbasses that they play for fools against them. You understand that? I mean, this is a game of chess, baby. We're going to use their pawns against them, baby. That's what we're doing. That's what the capitalist army is doing. That's what the capitalist army is conducting itself in doing. We're going to take these mindless leftist freaks and we're going to use them to eat each other. I'm sorry. I'm going to take gratification, major gratification in conducting this operation, folks. And I strongly advise you, just for the lulz, all right? Just for the lulz, conduct yourself in it, man. All it is a fake freaking profile, a fake freaking social media account, and then just start posting pro-Bernie Sanders garbage mixed with anti-Hillary, anti-Joe Biden, Elizabeth Warren, anti-democratic establishment. All right? I mean, just completely bash these people. Bash them, for Christ's sake, because you realize, folks, that the folks that you will be reaching in those avenues under the moniker of the Bernie Army, you're going to be getting people that would never, ever listen to this broadcast, that would never, ever look on your right-leaning social media site, never go to any of the media outlets that maybe you go to get your news. That's why we have to do these types of operations. All right, and this is Operation Barrel Roll. And that's how we're going to distinguish our work from actual dumbass Bernie Sanders work. All right, do a barrel roll. Just, I'm not kidding around. I know it sounds silly, but just wait. Just wait and see what happens, all right? Just wait and see, all right? There's still a lot of time from now until the Democratic Convention. You've got Bernie Sanders claiming that he's going to go all the way to the convention, and he said it, quote, could get messy. Like I said, subtly through melodramatic tenor trying to suggest violence through that particular statement, in my opinion. I mean, what the hell else is he supposed to mean? Get messy. Well, I'll tell you what. You want to go ahead and do this? I can play your leftist games right against you. I can play your leftist game right against you, boy. And it's going to happen, folks. Just watch. And anybody who's conducting themselves in Operation Barrel Roll, I guarantee you, man, you're going to make the goddamn news, all right? We're going to make the news here. Look, first of all, what the operatives that we have in the Bernie Army, what they're doing and what they're coordinating these morons to do is going to make news. But then you coordinate that with any of these social media accounts or any other things that you may be able to create and just start putting out BS propaganda. I'm telling you, it'll make it that much more impactful. That's why I'm calling on you, folks. I'm calling on the capitalist army. I'm calling on the Trump trade. It's time for you to start partaking in some real political action. And it isn't going to get anybody in any trouble. All you're doing is just, you're having an account. You're posting some news articles. You're posting some information. You're not doing anything wrong. You're questioning the officials that are supposed to be on the side of the Democrats, so on and so forth. You're not doing nothing wrong. It's troll warfare, baby. It's troll warfare. Woo! I'm telling you, I can't wait, baby. I can't wait. Let me go ahead and take a swig of this beer here. Let me go ahead and take a swig of this here.
O'Reilly.
Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts during Clean Car Month for great deals on everything you need to keep your car looking new, like Black Magic Diamond Tire Wet, free after mail-in rebate. Leave your tires looking better than ever with Black Magic Diamond Tire Wet, free after mail-in rebate during Clean Car Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. Limits apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Woo! And I know there's some people out there that are saying, oh, man, I don't like to hear people drink and all that. I don't care, all right? If you don't like to hear me drink, or get out of here. Get out. Get them out. Get them out. Anyway, I am going to go ahead and start the shout-outs right now, folks. So if you want a Twitter shout-out live on the broadcast, all you've got to do is retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account, folks. And the Twitter account, of course, is Politics Ghost. All one word, no underscores, baby. Politics Ghost is the name. And, of course, retweet the first tweet that says, True Capitalist Radio now live. That's the one that I want you to retweet for me, all right? Now, do we have any damn Twitter shout-outs, engineer? All right, well, let's go ahead and get to those Twitter shout-outs right now. Woo! Anyway, we got the Silent Lion in the house. We've got the Brony Network in the house. Lord Poke in the place. We got James Hadsdale in the house. What's going on? We got Mastema. We've got Kilted Capitalist in the place. Dr. Bristle in the house. The Teutonic Plague. What's going on to the Teutonic Plague? The Canadian Spartan in the place. I mean, let's keep it going. Retweet that first tweet. 9 volts for Venezuela. That's horrible, asshole. It's a scourge. What's going on? Bernie for Prez 2020. Yeah, if he's still alive, for Christ's sake, that old bastard. Bird Shit 42 in the house. Money Nug in the place. Mario the Enemy Pimp. Oh, that's great. Kiwi Archangel in the house. We got Sergeant Yoda. What's going on? Capitalist for Trump in the house. Cactus Enema. Oh, great. We've got Texas Aqua Force. Great. All right, real fun. And I'm telling you, it still hasn't stopped raining out here. I don't really know what the hell's going on. Anyway, we got Karaskin in the house. What's going on, Karaskin? We got Ghost Coffee. Okay, great. That's just great. Air Pyramid Sacrifice. Jesus Christ. We've got Sadistic Con. Yeah, no kidding, for Christ's sake. Over there in London, Stan. Jesus Christ. I'm telling you. Once again, retweet the first tweet on the Twitter account if you want a Twitter shout-out right here, right now, live on the broadcast, boy. All right? All right, boy? We got Free Zorg in the house. Barrel roller chair. Oh, real funny. Real funny. For you folks that don't know, these people think I'm in a wheelchair for some goddamn reason. It makes me sick, and I'm tired of it. We got Choco Latte in the house. We've got King Solomon's Canine. Templeton. Oh, that's yeah, Templeton, Solomon's Temple. That's funny. All right, I got you. You got me there. Touche, sir. Touche. The Templeton boom. Oh, okay, you're continuing on. You got jokes now. Okay. Jesus Christ. We got Alex Bosey in the house. Botch specialist in the place. Rolling on 6th Street. Real funny, you jerk dick. Hans Govensmitz. Who else do we got going on over here? 273 days harshing mellow. Shove it up your ass, all right? Shove it up your ass. Telling you, man, some of these freaking trolls with these names, I don't get it. I don't get it, and I don't like it, and I don't want to get it, to be completely honest with you. Jesus Christ. Tiny rolling Texan. Real funny, asshole. Real funny. Everest Ice Party. Oh, man, that's hard, man. But look, there were 4 people that died on Mount Everest. 2 of them I laughed at. I was lolling at, and I'm talking about the 2 vegans that decided that I'm going to go and climb Mount Everest to show everybody that vegans can do whatever anybody else can do. And I'm telling you, it was funny. It's still a little lolsy, to be honest with you. And I compared it to when Jim Fix, decided, and for you folks that don't know who Jim Fix was, this guy literally innovated the whole fitness movement. All right, back in the 70s and the early 80s, this son of a bitch had all kinds of, I think he had a jogging magazine and jogging, he was just the quintessential jogger, talked about how jogging helped your health and jogging this, jogging that. Son of a bitch dies of a heart attack freaking jogging. I'm sorry, I just thought that was funny back then. It's still funny. I'm sorry, it's still funny. It's still funny. Anyway, I'm digressing here. Capitalist UK in the house. Who else do we got? CDI fan in the place. Texas Caribbean. Shove it up your ass, Texas Caribbean, you son of a bitch. We got regular TCA in the house. What's going on? I know he's conducted himself in the Operation Barrel Roll. What's going on, man? Who else do we got going on over here? I'm going to take a couple of more, and then we're going to move on to other subject matters, folks, because, there is a lot to talk about today. It just seems like every day as it goes by, man, there's more and more news, more and more things to talk about. Unfreaking real. And then we're going to try to take some calls as well, folks. All right? So here we go. We got Hurricane Harbor, Texas. Yeah, real funny. You stupid dumbass jerk. I'm sick of this crap. Jesus Christ. We got Godzilla in the house, the guitar man. What's going on? Ducks for Ghost. Real funny, jerk ass. Mount Ghost Virus, or Mount Ghostavis, excuse me. Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. Air Egypt Barrel Roll. Air Egypt Barrel. Come on, man. This is supposed to be a serious operation, and now you're turning into a sick troll. Anyway, we got Tyson Rocket in the house. What's going on? We got, can we get a major FAP? Jesus Christ, man. Oh, my God. We got the TCR Steam Chat in the house. What's going on to the TCR Steam Chat? You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, we got chats. As a matter of fact, folks, what I really like about this show is the fact that you've got a lot of people conducting their own group chats all over the internet. So, I used to have a chat room back in the day, but it would just get flooded with nothing but a bunch of idiot trolls that would scroll nothing but garbage and basically use up everybody's cash for nothing, just scrolling crap. It was pathetic. And I'd have to implement chat room martial law, and that's not something I can implement right now, for Christ's sake, because that's not something to joke about, because martial law's around the corner. Parts of Europe are in martial law. Jesus Christ. Anyway, we got Roundup for Vietnam. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. Enough of that crap. Enough of that crap. We've got Berncastle Witch in the house. Buzz Ghostin. Here we go with the Buzz Aldrin crap. Jesus Christ. I don't want to get... Screw Buzz Aldrin, all right? Buzz off, Buzz Aldrin, you piece of trash. We got G-Man Capitalist in the house. We've got... I'm not going to say that freaking name, for Christ's sake. We got God Hates Socialist, for Christ. What the hell is these stupid names, man? I mean, not God Hates Socialist. I'm looking at the next one. Oh, my God. A few more, and then I'm moving on because this is getting freaking pathetic. It's getting pathetic. All right, who do we got here? We got, you know what? I don't know. I'm sorry, folks. I'm looking at these sick, disgusting names, for Christ's sake. I mean, Granny Ash Juice. I mean, you know, Bald Cheese Sniffer. I mean, it's just disgusting, man. Disgusting. Jesus Christ, man. Tranny Urinal. I mean, that's enough. All right, that's enough. Get out of it. Get him off, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. You see, I try to give you people opportunity. Try to give you a little bit of opportunity to, you know, make it a little bit of interactive out here, but Jesus Christ. Anyway, we're going to move on, folks. We are now approaching the second hour. We are now in the second hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. Before we move on, I'd like for everybody to please spread it around like wildfire that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house right now. We are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, so make sure to mark it on your calendars if you want to kick back with us on the live broadcast. And if you can't make it, you can always download each and every broadcast in the archive at blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. All right? It's as simple as that, baby. Every episode there for free. All right? And I hope that you all are spreading it around like wildfire, man. I'm trying to break this 50,000 live listener peak, man. I mean, we can't get above 50,000 live listeners. I know we can. It's the internet, man. Spread it around. Spread it. You lazy prick. Spread it around. Spread it around, you goddamn lazy pricks. Jesus Christ, I'm serious, man. Spread it around. It's just a freaking click, for Christ's sake. Spread it all over the internet and throughout the world, for Christ's sake. I mean, Jesus. I'm sitting over here, you know. I get up on here and I do this show every day, every goddamn day. Every day I do this show. Every day. And all I'm asking for you goddamn bastards is a freaking click, for Christ's sake. Just a freaking click. Spread the word. Spread it around. Spread it around like wildfire, you goddamn lazy bastards. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, folks. I'm sorry I'm going off keister here, folks. I'm sorry I'm going. I can't break this 50,000 live listener cap, for Christ's sake, man. I mean, there should be 150,000 live listeners by now. Do you understand that? There should be 250,000 live listeners by now. For Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. I mean, I'm jaded, man. I'm depressed because I can't believe that people are so goddamn lazy and pieces of garbage that they don't want to spread the word about the capitalist revolution, man. They don't want to spread the word about the information that is being projected on this damn broadcast, for Christ's sake. Oh, my God. I'm serious. I deserve more respect. I deserve more respect. calm down. Maybe I need a little bit more beer. I just think I need a little bit more beer. I just need to calm down, calm my ass down, take a deep breath. All right, let me take a deep breath. All right, give me the mic. Give me the mic. Give me that freaking mic, for Christ's sake. Anyway, I'm sorry I went off keister there, folks. I do this goddamn show every goddamn day, for Christ's sake. And all these people, I want a shout out. I want a radio graffiti. Well, spread the goddamn freaking word about it, boy. Jesus Christ. Anyway, folks, let's move on. I'm wasting time because, people are being lazy and they don't want to spread the word about the show, for Christ's sake. Anyway, I'm sorry. Where the hell was I, engineer? I forgot where the hell I was. All right, that's right. Operation Barrel Roll. Look, you know what to do. You know how to conduct yourself in it. If you want to conduct yourself in it, fine. If not, the capitalist army is conducting itself in it currently. You could just sit there and play with your pecker shaft, all right, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, let me move on to another subject matter, folks. Did y'all hear that 11 states are going to sue the administration over the transgender bathroom policy, for Christ's sake? I mean, good God. And I know, folks, I can read it in your heads right now. You're like, oh, Jesus Christ, not again, not the tranny bathroom thing again. Hey, look. All right, I'm sorry. I mean, we have to talk about this crap, for Christ's sake, man. I'm serious. I mean, the Obama administration are the transsexual bathroom turd burglars, and unfortunately, they're stealing your turds right now because they want to go into your bathroom, all right? And it has to be discussed. But I'm glad that there are 11 states that are coming together that are going to sue the administration over this disgusting, pathetic initiative that demands that public schools oblige the fact that whatever a student, no matter what age, whether they're 5 years old or 18 years old, if they identify as a certain gender, then they can go into the bathroom with whatever gender they identify with, for Christ's sake. And then, of course, folks, all right, you have the Obama administration trying to hold federal funding to state education systems if they don't enforce this particular transgendered bathroom initiative. Now, look, I'm not going to spend too much time on this subject matter. We've went through this over and over and over again. You know as well as I am completely against the state, especially the federal government, trying to enforce a social engineering initiative such as this transgendered bathroom scenario, because the federal government has no right whatsoever to do this, even especially as it relates to public education. The Obama administration and the federal government are overstepping their bounds as it relates to the states' rights. And let me tell you, I cannot believe that people are actually still championing this particular goddamn initiative. I'm telling you this right now, this transgender bathroom shenanigans has nothing to do with transgendered people. You understand that? I mean, transgenders who actually look like women, all right, or vice versa, women that look like men, they are not going to have a problem if they walk into a bathroom and use a bathroom when nature calls. Do you understand this, right? And if for whatever reason there is a problem, well, maybe you need to step your transgender game up. All right, trannies? I'm sorry, all right? I'm sorry. I mean, let me tell you, if you don't look like a woman, then you are not a tranny. You are a cross-dresser, all right? All right, same goes for the transgendered females to males, all right? If you don't look like a man, then you are a cross-dresser. It's a Halloween costume, and it should be taken as serious as such. All right, I'm sick and tired of having this debate on a consistent goddamn basis. I'm sick and tired of freaking looking at the news and seeing this as a top trending issue, for Christ's sake. That's enough. Anyway, I'm glad the 11 states are suing, and of course Texas was the first state to initiate this lawsuit, folks, because we're not going to have the tranny-loving Obama administration trying to initiate a social engineering situation on the state of Texas, all right? And you can keep your goddamn federal money, you piece of trash, all right? Texas is a economically solvent state. We could take care of ourselves. Screw you, Obama, you piece of trash, all right? Why don't you bend over for Michelle Obama, for Christ's sake, or Michael, or whatever his name is? Jesus Christ. Anyway, I'm not going to take any more time on that, folks. You know how I feel about it. It's a ridiculous red herring issue. It's nothing more than a smokescreen from those of us talking about the serious issues as it pertains to this campaign and presidential cycle. Now, I do want to move into a subject matter that is very precarious, folks. I don't know if y'all read here recently. Saudi Arabia's state-run media says that the United States blew up the World Trade Center to start the war on terror, all right? Oh, man, I mean, this is on Saudi Arabia state-run media, so anything that's on the Saudi Arabia news is coming from the royal family. So now I see what the royal family of Saudi Arabia is trying to do. They're trying to beat the United States to the punch, all right, because I'm telling you, I know that they are culprits in this 9/11 situation. You understand that? I mean, they helped finance this son of a bitch. And that's what those 28 pages that everybody has been debating about being declassified are going to allude to. And what I understand, according to those that have actually seen the 28 pages, it implicates the Bush and the Clinton crime families in coordination with Saudi Arabia funding. So what Saudi Arabia is doing, in my personal opinion, is trying to beat the United States to the punch and trying to validate everyone who has suggested that 9/11 was an inside job. I mean, seriously. I mean, this is Saudi Arabia state-run media. This isn't some National Enquirer. There's no such thing as gossip in Saudi Arabia. It's where it came straight from the goddamn royal family. So this is serious business, folks. I mean, this puts a whole new dynamic on the war on terror, our foreign policy, what we've done for the past 20 years. I mean, I think that this is going to be a major issue. And if it isn't, it's going to be because they implemented martial law for us not to talk about it, or they outlawed the internet or something of that nature. But once again, Saudi Arabia state-run media stating that the United States did 9/11 to start the war on terror. Man, that's some pretty damning allegations. And I believe that they're just trying to beat the United States to the punch, because I know that once these 28 pages are declassified, it's going to implicate the Saudi Arabian royal family as directly involved with the funding and organizing of the actual scenario that happened on 9/11. And this is serious business, folks. I mean, this is not no conspiracy theory any longer. You know, that's why when people start saying the word conspiracy theory, you shouldn't necessarily, kind of turn your face at it anymore. Because now the things that were once called conspiracy theories 5 or 10 years ago are now the truth. Now all of a sudden it's the truth. So once again, folks, I mean, once was a conspiracy theory is now all of a sudden going to come out with the truth. And Saudi Arabia's state-run media is alluding to the fact that the United States itself did 9/11 to start the war on terror. And I'm telling you this right now, this is a damning piece of implication of United States involvement, and I'm sure that the Saudi Arabia was involved as well. They're just trying to pull the punch and be the first one on the scene to validate those that I've always questioned the 9/11 the 9/11 explanation, the 9/11 report, what was said to have happened, so on and so forth. So anyway, I think that people need to keep their eyes on this particular subject matter, folks. I mean, this is serious business. This is not some, offshoot crack pipe news outlet. This is Saudi Arabia state-run media. I mean, they broadcasted this on their television. You understand this, all right? So now the people of Saudi Arabia now believe that the United States killed their own people to start the war on terror because that's what the goddamn the state-run media told their people. Very precarious, man. Very precarious. Anyway, let's keep on this theme on terror since we're talking about it. Did you hear what's happening in Germany? Aside from the rapings, aside from Sharia law courts, aside from the destruction of the country, now Germany is trying to recruit migrants as police officers. Oh, Jesus Christ! Man, poor Germany, man. It is being completely destroyed. Completely destroyed. I mean, recruiting migrants as police officers. I mean, folks, let me tell you something about this Egypt Air situation. The airport that it took off from, that airport had to hire migrant workers for a supposed, quote, airport worker shortage. And you don't think that had something to do with that Egypt airplane coming down in the Mediterranean? Let me give you a freaking break. All right? And now you've got Germany recruiting migrants as police officers. I'm telling you, they are within a year and a half, 2 years from going all out Sharia law. I mean, if you have migrants as police officers, it's over for Germany, folks. It is over. It's over, for Christ's sake. And you see, folks, that's exactly what Barack Obama and the liberals want here in America. All right? I mean, you want to see the blueprint for America? You want to see why they want to continue to bring in these bureaucrats? You even had Paul Ryan quoted as stating that he won't stop. He will not stop. Paul Ryan, the Speaker of the House, the supposed Republican, all right? He said he's not going to stop the inflow of Muslims because he said, quote, that's not who we are. That's what this scumbag said. That's what I'm telling you, folks. These career politicians, these bureaucrats, they've sold their soul to the system. And I'm telling you, they want disorder. They want to cause what they're causing in Europe because look at what's happening in Europe. They're implementing martial law, all right? They're implementing all kinds of totalitarianism. They're taking away people's free speech. They're utilizing the migrants as thuggery against the people so that they can suppress their freedoms, so they can suppress the domestic populations. And unfortunately, I mean, it's working. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's working, for Christ's sake, man. Jesus Christ, Germany recruiting migrant police officers? For Christ's sake, man. I mean, what's next? Who's going to be the new prime minister? Some imam or some crap? Some Muslim cleric? Some freaking, I mean, Jesus Christ, man. I mean, I'm waiting for the first madrasa. The first madrasa to be built in Germany, for Christ's sake. I mean, Jesus Christ. Anyway, folks, I want to move on because we have a lot to talk about as it relates to these migrants. I mean, aside from Germany recruiting migrants as police officers, Turkey and the European Union. Turkey and the European Union are at an impasse over giving all Turkish citizens passports so that they can be able to travel freely throughout the European Union. All right? The European Union is just a little hesitant to give all Turkish citizens passports so they could just go ahead and travel in and out of any goddamn European Union country. All right? In a related report, the reason that the EU might be a little hesitant on giving these Turkish people passports, it's been reported that it's an estimated 12 million Turks want to move to the UK when the agreement is reached. All right? 12 million Turkish want to move to the UK when the agreement is finally reached, for Christ's sake, man. I'm telling you, I feel bad for anybody who is a part of the European Union. You're about to be influxed with Islam. I mean, I can't believe it. I can't believe this, man. But this is what I'm telling you. This is the culmination of socialism. Remember that. Remember that. These people in Europe gave their lives to their socialist masters, and their socialist masters are the ones that are implementing this on these people. They're the ones bringing in the migrant crisis to these people. They're the ones bringing in the terrorism to terrorize these people. That's what I keep telling each and every one of you that keep championing this goddamn socialism. You are relinquishing every right that you have as a human being to some goddamn filthy, soulless bureaucrat. And I'm telling you, these bureaucrats don't care about you. They don't care. They just care about their bureaucratic institutionalist power. That's it. That's why this Donald Trump campaign, this Donald Trump presidency, should signify the absolute end to career politicians. It should signify the absolute end to career politicians. I mean, look at what career politicians have done for us thus far, for Christ's sake. They've brought us here. They put us here. They put all of us here. Everybody in the world. They put us here. Disgusting, filthy bureaucrats. They make me sick. Jesus Christ. Give me my drink, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ, I need more beer. More beer! Jesus Christ. Here we go. Let's put some more in here. I'm serious, man. I mean, the Turkey and the EU are at an impasse over giving the Turkish people passports to freely travel throughout the European Union. And once the deal is reached, an estimated 12 million Turks want to move to the UK. 12 million Turks on top of all the migrants that they brought in. On top of all the migrants they brought in. It's over for Europe. It's over. I mean, I think Europe is finished. It's over. I'm sorry, I think Europe is over. All the history, all the art, all the culture, it's gone. It's over. It's gone. And you can thank socialism for that, folks. You can thank socialism for the destruction of Europe. It's over, folks. That's it for Europe. I mean, once the EU and Turkey reach some sort of an agreement on this impasse as it relates to passports being distributed to all Turkish citizens, an estimated 12 million people want to get out of Turkey and move to the UK. I mean, Jesus Christ. It's over, man. It's gone. It's over. Europe is finished. I'm not trying to be pessimistic, man. I'm being realistic. It's over. I mean, and let's go ahead and move on to this Brexit. Of course, you've got the Eurocrats in Britannia trying to demonize anybody who wants to get out of the EU, because I'm telling you, folks, what's happening there is going to happen to Britannia. And I'm saying, folks, these Eurocrats over there in Britannia, Dave Cameron and the Treasury George Osborne, they are trying to scare the living bejesus out of all people in Britain. I mean, they're claiming that this Brexit is an immoral. Can you believe this? It's an immoral referendum, and it's going to cost 820,000 jobs, supposedly, according to these stupid bureaucrats. Can you believe that? This is how they're trying to scare the people of Britain. They're trying to scare the people of Britain from preventing them from voting for the Brexit. At first, They tried to say that there's going to be a year-plus-long recession. Didn't they say that yesterday, the day before? Now they're saying, oh, it's immoral and it's going to cost 820,000 jobs. I mean, what a joke. And let me tell you, Dave Cameron and George Osborne are saying this crap. A bunch of bureaucrats. And look, as much as I want Britannia to raise up and show these bureaucrats that Britannia has still got the spirit that it did when it once conquered the world, I don't think so anymore, man. I'm sorry. I hope that Britannia proves me wrong. It'll be a great day in world history if Britannia proves everybody wrong and they go out there in masses and vote to get the hell out of the EU. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious. It would be a great day in world history because it'll be a defeat to the international bureaucrats. An absolute, utter defeat. A kick to the mouth. That's what I'm saying, folks. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you take a look at the election of Sadiq Khan, the new mayor of London, Stan, and take a look at how the immigration situation played politically as it relates to that election. I mean, how is that going to translate as it relates to the Brexit vote? How is that going to translate? I don't know if that's a very positive sign, folks, in my personal opinion. I mean, I am encouraging each and every one in Britannia, vote for Brexit. Vote to get the hell out. Vote leave, baby. You don't want to stay in the EU. Everybody who's in the EU is about to be destroyed, all right? And guess who's going to destroy them? The bureaucrats, by allowing these damn wild Yehudis, all right? A bunch of wild Yehudis out here, bringing them in. Look, I'm not trying to be a defeatist. Look, people they're in 4chan right now trying to say, hey, look, don't be a defeatist, mate. We're not done yet. I'm not trying to be a defeatist, man. I'm not. I'm trying to be optimistic. But by God, look at what has happened to Europe, man. Look at what has happened. And it's because of socialism. I mean, the innocent people of the countries didn't want these people to come in here and wreak havoc on their country. On the contrary, because of socialism and this pussification of the people, they accepted these migrants with open arms, with love. Remember that? And how did these people repay you? By invading your country. By implementing Sharia law in certain areas of your country, for Christ's sake. Look, I'm still remaining hope. I still have hope remaining as it relates for Britannia. But by God, you got to go out there and you got to vote for Brexit, man. Go out there and vote. Kick the goddamn bureaucrats in the teeth. It's the only way, man. Come out in millions. Make sure that there's so many people that want to vote to get out that there is no way they can ballot stuff. There's no way they can rig the election like they rigged the election in Austria. And let me tell you something right now, that right-wing candidate should have won. Hofer, he should have won. But, of course, in one precinct, they had 576% of the vote out there, which, give me a break. Who had 576% vote? That's why I'm telling you, these bureaucrats play dirty. These leftists play dirty. And that's why, going back to Operation Barrel Roll, that's why I am conducting that operation, folks, because I want to make sure that these leftists are so depleted, so demoralized, their credibility is shot, that there is not a chance in hell that these people can pull some totalitarian card and try to steal the election. Anyway, folks, I hope Britannia, I hope it makes it. Vote Brexit, baby. Vote Brexit. Anyway, I want to talk a little bit about automation, folks. Did y'all hear McDonald's? I tweeted the article for you folks that are following me on Twitter, Politics Ghost. I tweeted an article that stated that McDonald's feels now that building robotic McDonald's employees is actually cheaper than paying a minimum wage to a regular employee now, you know? So, once again, the automation revolution is happening right before our very eyes, folks. while you've got each and every one of these morons being used and abused by organizations with their own objectives and agendas, going out here protesting for $15 an hour minimum wage, which is freaking ridiculous. But you idiots, y'all are going out there thinking y'all are accomplishing something, right? Oh, yeah, baby, I'm going to get $15 an hour, baby. You understand what I'm saying? I want to get $15 an hour to bag groceries, baby. You know what I'm saying? I want $15 an hour to work at Mickey D's, baby. You ain't going to get it, man. And let me tell you something right now. On top of you not getting $15 an hour, you are basically removing economic opportunity for those at the very bottom. I'm serious, man. I mean, for those at the very bottom of the economic strata of America, by raising the minimum wage, you are ruining any economic opportunity for these people. I mean, not just ruining it, eliminating it completely, man. I mean, let me tell you something. If they start automating all these goddamn fast food joints, where are those people going to work? Those people ain't going to work. They're going to be on the dole. They're going to be collecting entitlements. They're going to be a part of the system. That's exactly what these people want. Why do you think it's always the leftists and the leftist organizations trying to push these stupid antagonist groups into increasing the minimum wage? This is all an agenda, you moron. You're shooting yourselves in the foot, and your idiots don't even know it. And, folks, I personally believe that there should be no minimum wage, period. All right? There should be no minimum wage. Because let me tell you, all right? Let me tell you what's happening right now. Right now, if you want to gain experience at anything, you've got to do what they call an internship. And, folks, internships is nothing more than free slave labor, all right? I mean, you are doing a job that would otherwise be made to do by somebody else, but because you want experience in whatever field that you are interning in, you've got to give away your labor and your time and your effort and your energy for free so that you can so-called get experience. And a lot of these times, these internships can last a while, you know. So, I mean, you literally have to work for no money, bust your ass so that you can, quote, get experience so that you could potentially get a job in whatever field that you were interning in. I mean, just imagine if there was no goddamn minimum wage. There would be no reason to regulate the actual application of interns. I think internship should be illegal. All right? I mean, that's free labor. I don't understand how slavery, like, I understand why slavery is banned, but how that's banned and how internships are legal. I mean, internship is slavery, man. I mean, it's worse than slavery, man. At least slaves, they were housed, they were clothed, and they were fed, all right? In an internship, you don't get dick, all right? You just do work, and that's it. You just appreciate that free labor because you're getting experience, boy. And you are hoping that all this free time, effort, energy, and labor that you're expounding on this internship actually turns into some level of job. But you see, folks, if you didn't have minimum wage, you could go up to a place and say, hey, look, I'm willing to work for this, you know, whatever that is, all right, whatever it is, whatever the pay is. And the reason that you're going to want to work for such a low wage is so that you can get experience. You understand that? I'm serious, all right? I'm not joking. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. And you see, just because you settled for whatever wage you were willing to accept, let's say it was $3, $4 an hour. I mean, wouldn't you rather get $3 or $4 an hour for some labor than interning 12 hours a day for 6 months to a year and hope that you get a job after that, for Christ's sake? I'm serious. If there was no minimum wage law, you could legitimately go up and sell yourself and sell your labor to an employer. And you could say, hey, look, I'd have no job experience, but I'm willing to sell my labor. I'm willing to do whatever you want me to do for this price. And then the business owner will be like, oh, yeah, well, can you do this? Can you do that? And then that's how you negotiate, baby. And then once you show what you can do to your employer, that's when you can start asking for raises, all right? And if they say no, well, then you can go ahead and start applying for other jobs that are in that industry because you have experience. And then in that other job, you can say, hey, look, I'm working over here for this. I'm willing to work over here for this. And I know how to do this and this. I'm experienced in this and this. I've been working over here and this and this. And then that's how you move up in society. And you see, folks, the automation revolution is taking away whatever little minimum wage opportunities that are available for those that are uneducated, available for those that are unskilled, that are impoverished, for Christ's sake. That's exactly who this is hurting. That's who it's hurting. I mean, the only people that are going to be employed if the automation revolution happens are the software programmers, people that work on the actual physical hardware of the automation system. I mean, this is where the jobs are going to be headed. And let me tell you, they're going to be imported if there ain't no immigration policy, all right? You're going to have people from India, China, all over the world taking those jobs for even lower prices if we don't do something about immigration. So I'm telling you, there is an economic motive as it relates to letting the borders wide open. It's cheap labor because they can't get cheap labor in America because it's illegal, because there's a minimum wage in America. So if you let the borders open and let an illegal immigrant who's not even a legal citizen to begin with, and you give them whatever peanuts that you give them as an illegal job opportunity, it's cheaper for you as a business. You're getting cheap labor. And that's why I keep saying that the minimum wage law is one of the most economically oppressive laws that America has on the books today. And it affects black folks. It affects Latinos that are in Mexican barrios. It affects people in white trailer parks. It affects the people that are in the lowest economic strata from getting any kind of economic opportunity, job skills, or anything of that nature for them to get themselves out of that scenario. So, folks, all you idiots that are out there, yeah, baby, I'm going to go out. I want my $15 an hour, baby. I want $15 an hour, baby. Well, you keep on doing that and see what happens, all right? You know what I'm saying? You see what happens. You're going to have no economic opportunity whatsoever. And you can thank yourselves and you can thank the leftist political philosophy for it, too, you stupid idiot scumbags, all right? Welcome, my son. Welcome. Welcome, my son. Welcome to machine, yeah. Welcome to the machine, man. Anyway, folks, let's go ahead and get right to everybody's favorite part of the broadcast, and I'm talking about radiography. That's right, folks. Radio graffiti, the part of the broadcast where the spectators become a part of the spectacle. All one has to do is give me a call right now at 516-453-9903. And when I call on your area code or on your Skype name, you have exactly 3 to 4 seconds to say whatever it is that's on your mind. You understand that? Whatever it is. Don't be a Helen Keller deaf mute. Don't be one of these milky lickers that are just sitting there playing with your pecker shaft. Don't be sitting there saying something lame, for Christ's sake, boring the balls off of everybody. Be a little creative. Do something. Be a little humorous. Do something. All right. I'm telling you, before I get started, I'd like to take a chug of this beer here and then go ahead and get to some radio graffiti because I'm telling you, talking about Elizabeth Warren, I'm telling you, I just got to take a shower after that disgusting, filthy, bull dyke, lesbianic, look-alike sicko. Anyway, cheers, baby. Woo! Yeah. Anyway, let's get to radio graffiti right now. All right, 971 radio graffiti.
Hey, Ghosty, spread those butt cheeks, baby boy. I'm going to fill you up with my sugar cream. Oh.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Shut up. 708 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, it's G. I wanted to say this 6-3 yesterday since those people with like disabilities. I have autism, so that's not cool. Come on. Try to be creative with your jokes, not mean.
Yeah, I agree with you, G. I mean, come on with these trolls here. 337 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, it's Soft Magic, and I just wanted to say I was listening to your 420 broadcast the other day, and I think you should really switch to smoking weed instead of drinking all the time, man. You're a lot happier when you're high.
Yeah, well, I understand that, but, you can't live in a fog, all right? I mean, I'm still crisp when I'm under the influence of alcohol, all right? I mean, I'm not completely crisp, but I'm still functional. Let's put it that way, all right? But I appreciate your concern. 808 Radio Graffiti.
Gosudo-san, stop your cervical technique. Now! Show it to me now!
Yeah, Jesus Christ. How about 502 Radio Graffiti?
Hey, Ghost, I know this is Radio Graffiti, but I got a question for you. It's about automation.
Go ahead.
As you know,
Go ahead.
As you know, the robots are starting to take over all the common jobs. Soon, Home Depot might get bulks of mulch and have robots bag it for them instead of, just getting it imported from the factory. Save money on that. Anyways, the robots are going to they're better than humans. They're going to produce more money per unit. So isn't that going to get to a point where the GDP is going to be the workforce is going to be, they're going to make the workforce so small it's going to, kind of create a huge job gap where people can't work because there's too many of them? And if that's the case, how can Donald Trump take actions to prevent this? Because he's going to be our next president, as you know. So,
to be honest with you, that's a very easy question. There's always going to be a human interaction as it relates to assembly line work, as it relates to durable goods, cars, the production of television sets. I mean, there's always going to be a human component. Moreover, there's also going to be a human component as it relates to the software developers, the IT people, the people that are overseeing the security of such a automated program, autonomous automated program, the hardware related to the automated production. Moreover, I also believe that with these new trade agreements that Donald Trump is going to be initiating with China, with Mexico, these jobs that are basically where the durable good productions are heading to, like Carrier air conditioner, so on and so forth, there's always going to be a human component. Now, where the human component is going to be eliminated is going to be towards very, very menial labor. Labor that really has no direction other than, monotony. And when monotony is no longer payable, then I believe that human evolution has to take place, and I believe that it has to take place right away. And the first place we need to go to is our public education system and our college system. So, we shall see. I still believe automation is going to take about 15 years before it actually does something to the job shortage of this country. What's going to cause a job shortage is the immigration situation, if you want my opinion. All right, who else we got? 610, Radio Graffiti.
Can I just say that G is the worst faggot on this show, and you should never take calls from him anymore. Thank you.
All right, you got haters on G now. How about 949, Radio Graffiti?
Oh, hey, keep me on the line, but I actually had kind of a story for you. Getting back to what you were mentioning on Monday about Jim Fix and the sequence of that on Mount Everest, in case you wanted to hear.
Yeah, go ahead. Just go ahead and push 1 so you won't be in the queue, and I'll go ahead and call on you maybe in the post-show. How about 480, Radio Graffiti?
Hello. Sorry, can you hear me? I'm a truth like you. My name's James Andrews. I'm very proud that I listen to your radio show. I find it very informative. I appreciate that you're telling the truth. I also too believe the moon landing was fake, and I believe in a new world order just like you. However, you forgot a very sensitive information. You forgot to also include that the world is controlled by kikes. I'm talking about the Jew, sir. The disgusting Jew.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, why don't you take a breath? 714, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, what's up, Ghost? This is Z Frostware. I want to give a shout-out to all of our American soldiers overseas and even our veterans here in country. And great show today, Ghost. Also, a shout-out to the engineer.
Hey, thanks, Z Frostwire. Appreciate it, man. And shout-out to you as well. 205, Radio Graffiti.
Ghost, it's Sid the Foot Job Kid. I need you to come bail me out of prison.
Oh, Jesus Christ. 269, Radio Graffiti.
Hi, Ghost. I'm a talent scout for Universal Studios, and I would love to speak to the engineer. He obviously has the most talent here, and I would love to put him in one of our movies.
Now, shut up! Shut up! I'm the talent, asshole! 403, Radio Graffiti.
I'm driving. Put me back on hold, bro. Holy shit.
You're driving?
Yeah, you betcha. Put me back on hold, brother. I'll see you in the post show. Hold.
Oh, man, he's driving home. I don't blame you. Driving home, drive time, listen to the True Capitalist Radio Show. 972, Radio Graffiti.
Hey there, Big J. I'm sure you must be all hot and sweaty after a long, hard day of making capital. Why don't you come on by my place so I can give you a golden...
Jesus Christ. For Christ's sake, man. 469, Radio Graffiti. Jesus Christ, you're just playing with your Peter Popper. 724, Radio Graffiti.
What's up, Ghost?
Hey, what's up? 909, Radio Graffiti. Man, I just said that, man. I mean, what is this, a new trend, for Christ's sake? People splicing me at mid-show? I mean, what the hell is this crap, man? That's Internet Butt Stalker-esque if I've ever heard it in my life. 330, Radio Graffiti.
Operation Barrel!
Yeah, no kidding. Operation Barrel Roll! 252, Radio Graffiti. Man, y'all are going back in the archive to find these, man. I mean, that's like, I don't know, I guess it must have been under the influence of something, singing Zappin' Roger, you know? I mean, that's archive stuff, and of course the archive is at blogtalkradio.com/ghost. Every episode that I've ever conducted is there to download for absolutely free, baby. All right, who else do we got going on over here? We got 510, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, you know those two fruit poles who died on Mount Everest? The area they died is actually called Rainbow Valley.
Oh, my God, Jesus Christ, that's horrible. The vegans that died on Mount Everest died in Rainbow Valley. The irony, baby, the irony. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? 863, Radio Graffiti.
Yo, Ghost, RuneScape Capitalist. I just wanted to know if the True Capitalist Radio store was going to open soon. I was looking forward to buying a shirt.
Yeah, well, you know, believe it or not, be on the lookout for that, folks. I mean, this summer, just wait until the summer, all right? I'm not real quick to, you know, try to juice the listener base out of money at this point in time. I really appreciate people for listening. But let me tell you, this summer we're going to have some things in the works, all right? I guarantee it. So be on the lookout for that, all right? 408, Radio Graffiti. Jesus Christ, for Christ's sake, man. You know, I'm telling you, you know that the YMCA was a bathhouse, right? I mean, that's why the village people... Anyway, I'm not going there. I'm digressing. 708, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, it's G.
I was trying to do the joke for the trolls and trying to be more clever. Why do I call myself G? Because it's short for Jesus.
Oh, man, let me tell you. You're not making any friends, man. Dark Sword, Radio Graffiti.
O'Reilly.
Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts during Clean Car Month for great deals on everything you need to keep your car looking new, like Black Magic Diamond Tire Wet, free after mail-in rebate. Leave your tires looking better than ever with Black Magic Diamond Tire Wet, free after mail-in rebate during Clean Car Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. Limit supply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Jesus Christ, you're a Helen Keller deaf mute, for Christ's sake. Get it straight! Baltimore Trucker, Radio Graffiti.
Everest Ice Party. Look, there were 4 people that died on Mount Everest. 2 of them I laughed at. I was lolling at, and I'm talking about the 2 vegans that decided that I'm going to go and climb Mount Everest to show everybody that vegans can do whatever anybody else can do. And I'm telling you, it was funny. It's still a little lonely, to be honest with you. And I
Jesus Christ, stop making me sound like some satanic freak! Jesus Christ. Cave Johnson, Radio Graffiti.
And all you assholes that say that I'm a freaking
Mexican wetback.
Hey, it's the truth.
Shove it up your ass, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. 435, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, are you hiring for internship? I need the experience, baby bullhead.
Ah, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. 403, Radio Graffiti.
Again, really? Love you, Ghost.
Oh, okay. How about Dick Breath, Radio Graffiti? Donald Trump.
You're on my shit list, you stupid piece of crap. I'd like to meet you, you and me, mano a mano, and I literally want to beat the living Jesus.
No, shut up. I never said that. That's a splice. Don't besmirch the great name of Donald Trump, boy. Renegade Supreme, Radio Graffiti.
Wild Jehudis out here, bringing him in. Look, I'm not trying to be a defeatist. Look, people they're in 4chan right now trying to say, hey, look, don't be a defeatist, mate. We're not done yet. I'm not trying to be a defeatist, man. I'm not. I'm trying to be optimistic.
You son of a... Damn it! Making me spoil your goddamn cartoon, you sons of bitches! Damn it! You goddamn sons of bitches are trying to make me sound like some Papa Smurf cartoon crap! Trying to make me sound like a goddamn Smurf! Jesus Christ, stop it with that crap! Just stop it already! You're trying to make me sound stupid! Son of a bitch. Making me sound like a goddamn cartoon character, for Christ's sake! Son of a bitch. Here, give me the mic. Give me that freaking... Give me the mic! Give me that freaking mic, for Christ's sake, you scumbags! Enough of this crap. Do you understand that, boy? Enough of this garbage. Jesus Christ. Acid June, Radio Graffiti.
The National Weather Service has issued an F5 wife speeding warning for the following counties. Travis, if you are within 5 miles of 6th Street, please board your windows and keep your wives away from any capitalist named Ghost. Please stay tuned for more updates.
You son of a bitch, shove it up your ass! That's not funny, all right? That's not funny. I mean, it's raining. It's still raining out here. It's still raining, for Christ's sake. Good God. 910 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, man, I'm just giving a shout-out to all my peeps, and you did a good job on the show so far, man. You need a thumbs up, man. Definitely love your
Hey,
chat.
thank you very much. I appreciate it, man. Mr. Murdoch, Radio Graffiti. Jesus Christ, how many remixes are out there, man? How many remixes are out there, for Christ's sake? Son of a bitch. 703, Radio Goddamn Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, I know you're a capitalist, and I really respect that, so you want to hear a joke?
No, I don't really have much time. 360, Radio Graffiti.
Don't talk about my wheelchair, boy. Do you understand that? I'm in a freaking wheelchair. I mean, don't you...
Shut up! Shut up! Jesus Christ. You see what I got to put up with, for Christ's sake? Son of a bitch. Templeton Sanders, Radio Graffiti.
Donald Trump, all right? This man is actually a homosexual. I did not know that. You know,
Shut up! Stop besmirching the name of Donald Trump, boy. 732, Radio Graffiti.
The Fitness Gram Pacer test is a multi-stage aerobic capacity test that progressively gets more difficult as it continues. The 20-meter pacer test will begin in 30 seconds. Line up at the start. The running speed starts slowly, but gets faster each minute after you hear the...
Shut your stupid hole. 973, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, those who you enjoy this song that's down. Enjoy.
Because I gotta get some more beer first of all, and secondly we gotta get ready for Radio Graffiti. So go ahead, throw on a song, engineer.
Black single mom with the children waiting in line for a welfare check. Hey, I've got a plan.
Hey, that's a little bit of Electric Fence. As a matter of fact, Electric Fence is back listening to the broadcast. So he's alluded to the fact that he may have some more tunes. So I'm looking forward to that, man. What's going on, Electric Fence? American Truck Simulator, Radio Graffiti. Death to my family. You son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. I've told all of you, don't talk about my family. Don't talk about my family, you scumbags. Jesus Christ. Give me the mic. Give me the freaking mic. Jesus Christ, man. A real black guy. Radio Goddamn Graffiti. And look, I'm not trying to say that I penetrate kids, but, 98% of the time. Shut up! I hope you get injected with cancer of the cock for that goddamn splice, you piece of trash. 732 Radio Graffiti.
Inshallah, Ghost, I am calling to you from the great city of London, Sam. Do not vote Brexit.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's not even something to be laughing about, boy. All right? How about Jim Williamson, Radio Graffiti?
For $300, famous folks who own a business. He's really rich, and his hair is terrible. Yes?
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump is the correct answer.
Oh, shove it up your ass. I'm telling you, you guys are pushing my buttons as it relates to, besmirching the great name of Donald Trump. You people are pushing my goddamn buttons, boy. 469, Radio Graffiti.
This is Bob. Bob is doing well. Very well indeed. That's because not long ago, with just a quick phone call, Bob realized that he could have something better in his life.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Whatever happened to that stupid pill? Pivot Idiot, Radio Graffiti. Egyptian submarine. Egyptian submarine. Egyptian submarine. Egyptian submarine. Egyptian submarine. Jesus Christ. Y'all are heartless, man. Y'all are heartless bastards. Jesus Christ. 614 Radio Graffiti.
Now that your wife is here, let's remake Two Guys, One Horse. Oh, my.
You son of a bitch. Come. Son of a bitch. Damn hell make me sick? Jesus Christ. Give me the mic. Give me that freaking mic, for Christ's sake. God damn it. El Foxo Loco, Radio Graffiti.
Word around the office is you've got a fat cock. I've got a fat cock, too.
Oh, my God. Get that gay pornographic, but get it off, for Christ's sake. Good God. Jesus. Brony Drumming, Radio Graffiti.
Let's just continue on with the Brony theme, shall we? Oh, I'm a fruit bowl. I'm kicking back, playing with my factor shaft, and I'm missing.
Jesus Christ, not with Nickelback. Good God, not with Nickelback. Big American Patriot, Radio Graffiti.
I will expose myself to the world.
What the hell's your problem? I bet you idiots are hating because you know.
Shut up. Just shut it up your ass. Shove it up your ass. Anyway, we're about to end the live broadcast, folks. Unfortunately, if you want to listen to the broadcast right now, all you've got to do is give me a call to listen live. 516-453-9903 is the number to call. Go ahead and give me a call right now, for Christ's sake. Anyway, follow me on Twitter, folks. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost. And, of course, folks, if you haven't already done so, add to your favorites, blogtalkradio.com/ghost for the archive. Anyway, it's Operation Barrel Roll. Tomorrow, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, every Monday through Friday. Operation Barrel Roll. Operation Barrel Roll. Anyway, what's going on, folks? We are now off of the live broadcast, and we are now into the post-show edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, folks, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Folks, if you haven't already done so, follow me on Twitter, folks. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. And moreover, I mean, we got all kinds of buttons right in front of your damn face right there, okay? All kinds of Facebook like buttons and retweet this buttons and share this buttons. Use and abuse those buttons, baby, all right? It's just a freaking click, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ, it's just a freaking click. And once again, folks, the reason that I conduct this post-show edition, you know, this post-show third-hour edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, is to give something to those that listen to us exclusively through the archive because they're either working or they have some other engagements and they can't attend the live show. It gives them a little treat, you know, that, people in the live show, for the most part, didn't really get to hear. So before I get on with the post-show edition of the broadcast, let's go ahead and get some more beer. Woo! Here we go. Got another pint going on, baby. Just keep it coming. Just keep them coming, engineer. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Let's just go ahead and let that foam out for just a second, baby. But once again, before I get to post-show Radio Graffiti, I would like to, once again, encourage all that are listening within the sound of my voice to partake in Operation Barrel Roll. And once again, I'd like for you all to just do something as simple as just getting a goddamn Bernie Army social media account. It's a troll account, a sock account, all right? It's a playing games account, all right? And what you do is not only do you post anti-Hillary propaganda, anti-Joe Biden propaganda, anti-democratic establishment propaganda, but I should also encourage you to potentially antagonize some of these leftist, long-haired, liberal, bedwetting hippie Democrats and antagonize them as the Bernie Army. I'm telling you, folks, we're going to make these people fight against each other, and they're either going to cancel each other out in the voting booth or they're going to get so disillusioned. They're going to get so disillusioned by what's happened in the Democrats, they're not even going to show up to the polls, baby. They're not even going to show up to the polls. And that's the point, folks. That's the whole point of Operation Barrel Roll. What what we are partaking in right now is revolutionary. It is something that has not been done in campaigns. And I'm telling you this right now, if we all work in conjunction and actually partake in the Bernie Army Operation Barrel Roll, I'm telling you we can actually have an influence with the Democrats' downfall, for Christ's sake. And we can assure that Donald Trump is elected the nominee, or he's already elected the nominee, but elected President of the United States. And I'm telling you, a vote for Donald Trump is a vote against these international, institutionalist, bureaucratic pieces of trash. You understand that? And that's why it is so important for you to get involved, all right? Get involved, for Christ's sake. I'm calling on you. The capitalist army wants you. The capitalist army wants you, for Christ's sake. So get off the sidelines and get on the front lines and make some history, for Christ's sake. Participate in troll warfare. Participate in some troll warfare, for Christ's sake, man. They're going to be talking about this in the history books if we are successful. They're going to be talking about this in the history books if we're successful. So do it. Do it. Do it. Do it, for Christ's sake, baby. This is the new troll warfare. We are going to influence this goddamn political system, boy. We are going to influence this goddamn political system. And before I take calls, once again, I urge each and every one of you to partake in Operation Barrel Roll. All right? If you're not doing anything, if you're just sitting there playing with your Peter Popper, watching anime, if you're just sitting there tickling your ass crack, if you're not doing anything, partake in the political system. Get political. And let's force these leftists to eat each other. Let's go and force these leftists to eat each other, folks, all right? I'm serious, and I know that there are many of you, you've already exposed a lot of your pro-Bernie Army accounts to me already, and I appreciate this. You folks that are partaking in Operation Barrel Roll are true capitalist army soldiers, and I salute you. I salute you. You are true capitalist army soldiers, baby. And I'm telling you, whenever that may be, when I finally expose myself to certain people within the capitalist army, because I plan on doing that once Trump's elected, all right? Those of the capitalist army that helped, those within the capitalist army that helped us with Operation Barrel Roll, those within the capitalist army that helped us during the time that we were doxing the delegates as it related to Donald Trump and the GOP, those that helped, those, I know who you are. I can see you. I know who you are, baby. And once Donald Trump's elected president, maybe I'll go and have a party and invite all of you that helped the capitalist army fulfill the operations. I'll invite each and every one of you that helped the capitalist army, help the Trump revolution, help the capitalist revolution. And by God, folks, I'm going to sit back and have a beer with each and every one of you while we bask in our success, baby. While we bask in our success. To the capitalist army, baby. Cheers to the capitalist army. I sincerely mean that. I'm not joking. When all this is said and done, and when Donald Trump is elected president, I want to meet some of you people that helped the capitalist army. I want to meet the capitalist army. All right, especially you dedicated true capitalist army soldiers that dedicated yourself to making sure that not only A, Donald Trump was elected president, but B, made sure that you helped partake in some of the operations that the capitalist army is partaking in. Because without you, we can't make an impact on this election. And as I've stated, folks, that's what the Bernie Army is going to do. We are initiating this in hopes of making sure that these Democrats eat each other. I don't want to give any inkling of opportunity for these Democrats to steal the election. I want so much sour grapes on the left of the political persuasion that there is no chance in hell no chance in hell that these people are going to steal the election. So anyway, with that being said, please, I extend my hand to you, join the capitalist army, all right? And by joining the capitalist army, go incognito, undercover, as a member of the Bernie army and start antagonizing the Democrats, start antagonizing the Hillary Clinton supporters, start antagonizing the Democratic establishment, start antagonizing these people, make memes, make propaganda, whatever it takes, for Christ's sake. This is the new troll warfare, for Christ's sake. I'm telling you, they're going to be writing about this in the history books. They're going to be writing about this in the history books. Mark my word. Mark my word. Join the capitalist army. Operation Barrel Roll. Mark my word. Mark my word, folks. Mark my goddamn word. Anyway, folks, let's go ahead and get back to some radio graffiti, shall we? Once again, we're going to go ahead and conduct some radio graffiti. And we're going to go ahead and conduct it as long as there's people in the queue waiting to be called on. So let's go ahead and get to radio graffiti right now. All right, here we go. College liberal radio graffiti.
I mean, look, to be honest with you, Jesus Christ, it's a piece of crap, and I don't care if you're dead. You deserve to die.
Hey, don't go there. Don't even go there. 724 Radio Graffiti.
What's up, Ghost?
Hey, what's going on? How about 716 Radio Graffiti?
Let's go ahead and get some more beer. Woo! Here we go. Got another pint going on, baby. Just keep it coming. Just keep it coming, engineer. Oh, yeah.
God damn it, stop making me sound like a goddamn Smurf. Stop making me sound like a damn cartoon, you milky-licking piece of trash. Jesus Christ, man. You phallic-fluffing piece of garbage, man. Anyway, 708 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, it's G. I want to talk about the guy that was hating on me because I wonder if that's the guy who called himself Ghost Fought for Vietnam, because like that guy is like on my like bad list. He's just horrible to me. He's been a little bit bad.
Oh man, that's horrible. I didn't realize there was some bad blood going on there, G. How about 209 Radio Graffiti?
Hey, Ghost, love the show, and I was wondering who do you think's going to win the middleweight title fight this week between Luke Rockhold and Michael Bisping?
Man, I think Bisping might win it, but then again, Bisping likes to go for broke. He likes to swing, and he can eventually take a shot every now and then. So I don't know. It's a pretty good fight, but I think that if I was betting, I'd bet on Bisping. But that's just my personal opinion. All right. My rumbled feathers, Radio Graffiti.
What we want to talk about and dedicate most of the show to is I am Satanist, you know what I mean? I endorsed satanic bands. I am pro-Satan. Oh, did I break your bubble? Oh, it's a...
Jesus Christ. Can you stop making me sound like I'm some sort of a freaked-out satanic freak show or something? Son of a bitch. Professor Falcon Punch, Radio Graffiti. Ah, Jesus Christ, you're taking too long, you stupid moron. How about True Capitalist Guitarist, Radio Graffiti?
Hey, Trump 216. The barren waves out the water. The water. Old Ann and I went throats burned dry and souls are high. The water.
Not too bad there, man. How about 727 Radio Graffiti? Jesus Christ, shut that crap up. Shut it up. Jesus Christ. Boot 073, Radio Graffiti.
This summer, there's only one man to save the world. He is going where no one has gone before. You will believe in miracles until now.
Don't go there. Don't even go there. God damn it, stop making me sound like a goddamn slurp. Stop making me sound like a damn cartoon, you milky licking piece of trash. Jesus Christ, can you stop making me sound like I'm some sort of a freaked out satanic freak show or something?
Enough of this crap. I mean, good damn. Stop it. God damn it, will you stop making me sound like a stupid cartoon? You're making me sound like an idiot, man. You're making me sound like a stupid moron, for Christ's sake, man. I mean, I'm a capitalist. And I deserve the respect accorded that title. Do you understand that, you milky licking pieces of trash? I'm a capitalist, boy. I'm a capitalist and I deserve the respect accorded that goddamn title, you son of a bitch. Jesus Christ, for Christ's sake. Give me the mic. Give me that mic. You people are pissing me off, man. You're pissing me off. Jesus Christ, man. Oh, my God. You know, I need another beer. You're like, more beer! Jesus Christ. You see what you people are making me do? You're making me, drink more beer. I mean, it's your fault. It's your fault! It's your fault that I'm chugging these beers, for Christ's sake, man. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Contributing to my delinquency, for Christ's sake, you sorry sacks of crap. Anyway, let me open up some more beer here. There's another beer. Let's go ahead and pour this in. Oh, yeah. Woo! I'm telling you, boy. I'm telling you. I'm filled with piss and fury, for Christ's sake, boy. So for all you milky lickers that are, trying to agitate my show, trying to agitate me, screw you, all right? Screw you. I'm brushing my shoulders off, all right? I'm brushing my shoulders off with all your malarkey. You understand that? Jesus Christ. And screw you people on Twitter calling me an alcoholic. Go shove it up your ass. I'm not an alcoholic, asshole. I'm a connoisseur. You understand that? I'm a connoisseur. That's what you people don't understand, all right? I'm a connoisseur. You people, I don't know where you people are coming from. I am not an alcoholic. I am a connoisseur, all right? So don't sit there and try to make any kind of false accusations at me, boy. You understand that? Don't make any false accusations at me, boy. Jesus Christ. Anyway, I want to say cheers once again to the capitalist army, boy. Operation Barrel Roll. And, of course, the capitalist army operatives within the Bernie army. Cheers, baby, cheers. Woo! No, that's what I'm talking about, baby. Oh, my God. I'm telling you, man, I'm going to enjoy bringing down the Democrats. Do you understand this? And I assure you, folks, just watch and just see what the Bernie army does, all right? Because these people are idiots, and I want to show you all, I want to show the world how easy it is to manipulate these complete and utter buffoons, all right? I'm serious. Just watch. Just watch what they do. Just watch. They're stupid. They don't do anything. All you have to do is tap into their group dynamic. They're morons. They can't think for themselves, for Christ's sake. That puts me at an advantage. That's why I always said that if you're not going to be thinking, that somebody else is actually thinking in reality is going to be controlling your asses. All right? If you're in La La Land, if you're a goddamn space cadet, for Christ's sake, and you're not in with what's going on around you at the present time, then someone else is going to manipulate your stupid space cadet ass, and is going to make you do whatever it is that they want you to do. I mean, remember that, you dumb milky lickers? Jesus Christ. I mean, it's not difficult, man. This crap's not difficult. Anyway, let's move on to some more radio graffiti calls, shall we? 513 Radio Graffiti.
Man, I just said that. Stop making me sound like some satanic Christ. Can you stop making me sound like I'm some sort of a freaked out satanic freak show or something? You goddamn sons of bitches are trying to make me sound like some satanic freak. Trying to make me sound like a goddamn smurf.
Jesus Christ. This is getting really disturbing, man. This is getting disturbing. Enough of this crap, man. If you idiots aren't making me sound like a goddamn satanic freak, you're making me sound like half a tard. If you're not making me sound like half a tard, you're making me sound like some goddamn cartoon. I mean, give me a goddamn break! Jesus Christ, man. Oh, my God. I mean, I got to get another drink after that, folks. I mean, do you see what I have to put up with on a consistent basis? I mean, how many numbers, how many Skype names do these people have? Son of a bitch, man. Anyway, my apologies, folks. I'm just, I mean, you're listening to this, right? You're listening to what yours truly has to put up with, for Christ's sake. I mean, all I'm trying to do is spark synapses throughout the world in hopes of inspiring new capitalists from all over the globe. Do you understand that? All over the world. But you see, folks, when you're on the internet, this is what you do. Like I said, folks, what the hell did these damn trolls do to that artificial intelligence bot that Microsoft put out on Twitter, for Christ's sake? Turn it into a goddamn neo-Nazi. So that's what I'm saying, folks. This is the internet. This is the internet. Take a good whiff of it. Smell it. Take a whiff. Smells like a dirty carnival urinal, for Christ's sake, man. That just got done being used by Louis Anderson or some crap. I'm serious. Jesus Christ, the internet. This is the goddamn internet. Welcome to the goddamn internet. Anyway, let's move on. Let's continue going, shall we? 863 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, goes Tyson Rocket, and I just want to say, to those who are voting for Hillary Clinton, it'll be like the whole new world of idiocracy.
Well, no kidding. I think that's an understatement. It's going to be idiocracy with totalitarianism, with totalitarian institutionalist rule. And that's what these dumbasses just don't seem to understand or comprehend in their stupid leftist idiotic brains, for Christ's sake. 714 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, what's up, Ghost? It's Z Frostwire again. I want to give an extra shout-out to the Capitalist Army. Great show today.
Hey, thanks a lot there, Z Frostwire. I appreciate it, man. 630 Radio Graffiti.
To those idiots that are saying stuff about your daughter, stop doing that. That's not funny. Unless you want Ghost to start off the wood chipper again, knock it off.
Yeah, no kidding, man. Hey, are people laying off of you now? Are they stopping, calling you names and stuff, man?
Well, I've been on the Brony Network chat yesterday, and they kept calling me a tard.
So the Brony Network chat, they're calling you tard in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, that's horrible.
God, they call me retarded.
Oh my God, are you in the Brony chat room now?
No, I'm watching it via the YouTube live stream Brony Network is conducting, and now they're calling me half a tard. Stop it! My voice sounds like this because my parents have been divorced for over 15 years.
Yeah, stop it. Just stop it. Leave them alone, all right? Leave them alone. Hey, what do you want us to call you? Because everybody just knows you as 630. What do you want your handle to be?
Well, you probably know my name because you already said it on Twitter a couple of weeks ago, and I tweeted you yesterday about, the situation, which my name is Masked Pony, which is kind of similar to how Pony Toast did his name.
Oh, so your name is Masked Pony?
Yeah, I don't show my face to anyone.
Oh, yeah, I don't blame you, for Christ's sake. I'm telling you. I mean, once you start showing your face out here in the internets, I mean, you're lucky if you don't get memed on, for Christ's sake. 708 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, it's G again. Sorry to hear about that 630, and I want to give you a cheers, Ghost. Keep on capitalizing, man. Drinking some Pepsi for your cheers.
Hey, man, thanks a lot, man. How about Feed Me, Radio Graffiti? I am dropping my dog in the toilet. That's right. That's what I do, for Christ's sake. Shut up. Don't make fun of my dog, all right? Don't make fun of my dog, Templeton, for Christ's sake, boy. He's a good dog, you dumb son of a bitch. I mean, he very rarely do you hear him bark, for Christ's sake. If you notice, he's a good goddamn dog, all right? He's good. All right? Take good care of him, for Christ's sake. I make sure to feed him T-bone steaks and whatnot, man. He's got probably one of the most spoiled dogs on the face of the planet, all right? I'm serious. I'm not joking around. I give him freaking T-bone steaks. Because you got to give your dog some meat, man. I don't believe in just giving your dog some freaking food pellets, all right? I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, you can mix some roughage in there, but, they need some beef, they need some protein. They need to keep their bones strong, I'm not going to feed them no goddamn stupid lab rat pellets, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. Who else do we got going on over here? 863 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, me again, and I just want to say, love your show, and I hope you keep capitalizing.
I hope you do too, man. Thank you. 706 Radio Graffiti.
Oh, hey. How do I get to where I can just listen and not talk?
Well, just push 1, so you don't have the hand in the air. Maple Awesome Radio Graffiti.
O'Reilly. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts during Clean Car Month for great deals on everything you need to keep your car looking new, like Black Magic Diamond Tire Wet free after mail-in rebate. Leave your tires looking better than ever with Black Magic Diamond Tire Wet free after mail-in rebate during Clean Car Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. Limit supply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Jesus Christ, what do we got, a bunch of Helen Keller deaf-mute jerk dicks up in here? What the hell? How about 510 Radio Graffiti?
Hey, Ghost, great show. Shout out to those taking part in Operation Drum Roll. And could you keep me on the line? I'd like to ask you a couple questions later.
Well, go ahead and ask them now. What's going on?
I was just wondering, as a Texan, what are your thoughts on Civil War?
On what? I'm sorry, you're cutting in and out. What'd you say?
What are your thoughts on the American Civil War? I know as a Texan, you probably have family who fought for the South. I do too. Just wanted to get your.
Well, the thing about the American Civil War, people claim that it was about slavery, and of course that's what the public education system wants you to believe. But basically, it was about states' rights, all right, and representation, all right? I mean, that's just the bottom line. And to be honest with you, the Civil War was more about politics than anything else. It was about maintaining power of the federal authority to the industrialists of the North. All right. Now, I don't want to get into the whole technicality of it, so on and so forth. But I mean, that's about 2 hours worth of discussion of the Civil War. It was one of the most devastating wars in American history. More Americans died in the Civil War than I believe, and I could be wrong because we've had some military theaters here in the past 10 years, It's killed more Americans than all wars combined, man. I mean, it was a horrible, bloody civil war. Anybody who fought, they killed Americans. I mean, on either side, it was Americans killed. One of the horrific civil wars in world history, in my opinion, of course. I mean, of course, Britannia might, think that the English war was a little different. But of course, I mean, everybody has their own favoritism of their land of origin, all right? But once again, people that claim that it was about slavery, innovation of technology was actually getting rid of slave labor. Because once again, automation in the primitive sense, with the invention of the cotton gin and the plow and, all these other, inventions that were being created out of necessity, were basically eliminating the need for slave labor. Because you got to remember, slave labor, I mean, it's not free, folks. I mean, you had to take care of slaves, man. I'm not trying to say that slavery was right, okay? I mean, I'm not saying that it was something appropriate. But that's why I always say that at least slaves were fed, clothed, and housed. All right, folks? Slaves were fed, clothed, and housed. I mean, they didn't have to worry about anything. All right, all they had to do was work. Okay, and once they worked, they'd go and, they would. I mean, I'm not trying to be racially insensitive, but I think people need to understand the origins of culture. I mean, once they would get off work, and what would they do? They would sing and dance. They would sing and dance. All right? I mean, they didn't have a worry in the world. I mean, to be honest with you, for the most part, all right, I'm not trying to advocate slavery here. I'm just trying to state the goddamn facts. Most slavery during after the winning of the Civil War didn't want to leave because they didn't know what they were going to do. I mean, a lot of these people really appreciated the people they worked for because they clothed them, they housed them, they fed them. I mean, this idea that, slave owners just decided that they wanted to buy slaves to whip the garbage out of them is just preposterous, man. It's economics, man. The whole reason why they had slaves was because of an economic factor. It was labor. All right, and for the most part, folks, I mean, let's be honest. All right, I mean, if we look at the populations of the South, okay, in places like Georgia, all right, which is predominantly black now, it was predominantly black back then, folks. I mean, 85% of the population, 80-plus percent of the population of Georgia back during slave times was slaves, man. It was black folk. So you mean to tell me that 80% of the population was controlled by 20% of the population? Because why? Because they were forced to do so? Absolutely not, man. I'm not saying that all slaves wanted to be slaves. That obviously wasn't the case. But, folks, in the South, you actually had folks that worked their way out of slavery and that were ex-slaves that had their own land that owned slaves, all right? I mean, take a look at how many black slave owners there were, man. I mean, this is all economics. It was an economic state political war, the Civil War. All right? I mean, human labor was going to be phased out with the innovation of technology. I mean, it's cheaper. They don't have to feed and clothe and house machines. So for you idiots that were claiming that, we had the Civil War because of slavery, bull crap. The industrialists wanted full and total control of the country. Meanwhile, you had the states in the South that wanted to control their own state and wanted their own state sovereignty outside of federal rule. And there's a whole political reasoning behind that, and it's, of course, representation in the House and in the Senate and so on and so forth. It was political. So anyway, I'm not trying to, ruffle any feathers as it relates to the Civil War, but folks, let's be honest here, all right? I mean, at the time the Civil War, Abraham Lincoln didn't even care about slavery. He only utilized slavery as it related to the Emancipation Proclamation during the time of the Civil War because it was politically convenient for him to do so. if you take a look at the debates when he was running for, I believe it was Congress, I think it was Congress, when he was running against Andrew Johnson. Take a look at the debates between Andrew Johnson and Abraham Lincoln. And Abraham Lincoln failed in his bid for Congress during that debate with Andrew Johnson, all right? And let me tell you what he said. He was not against slavery. So that's why I am telling you to go look at that debate between Andrew Johnson and Abraham Lincoln. I'm telling you, you got to know your history, folks. I mean, those that don't know history are doomed to repeat it. The more things change, the more they stay the same. Always remember that. Always remember that. Anyway, we got 619 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost. Do you know any good documentaries?
Hey, what's going on? Is this Ash Show?
Yeah.
When I used to kick it with some of the Capitalist Army peeps back about 6 years ago in this chat room, we watched a movie. I suggested it called The War Room. Were you there to watch that?
No, I wasn't.
Well, I would strongly advise you to watch that movie. It's a documentary of the 92 presidential campaign from the Clinton side. It basically shows you the inside of the Bill Clinton campaign when he was running for president. And in that documentary, it basically shows where and why politics turned into a complete and utter tabloid sideshow, and how actual issues were completely thrown out the window because of people like George Stephanopoulos, Paul Begala, James Carville. These people made their names in the Clinton campaign, and it's a very interesting documentary because it shows you how Bill Clinton won the election in 92. I mean, these people, I'm talking Carville, Stephanopoulos, Begala, these guys utilized every unscrupulous political method possible to discredit Bush Sr. at the time, and it changed the way campaigns were run forever. That's why these guys are still around. That's why George Stephanopoulos is the Sunday ABC host at this point in time. That's why James Carville and Paul Begala, are consultants for different networks, CNN, Fox, so on and so forth, MSNBC. Same with Dick Morris. Dick Morris was also somebody, and of course, Dick Morris got thrown under the bus by Bill Clinton. I don't want to get into that, but once again, that is a very important documentary to look at because it shows you how and why politics turned into the circus sideshow it is today, because that was the election that changed everything in politics. It's a documentary called The War Room, and it was produced in 92, 93, something of that nature, and it's just a pure, unadulterated look at the campaign of Bill Clinton during the time of the presidential campaign of 92, man. That's a pretty good documentary.
Yeah, because I've been, for people saying that I moaned right now, that I was orgasm, that I did like some type of orgasm, fuck you. All right, sorry. It's in the chat room. Some people are saying that I was moaning while you were talking, but no, it was a cough. Anyways, yeah, I've been watching a lot of documentaries, and I didn't mean it like especially, like I mean like in general. The ones I've been watching is about narcos right now, like Narco Cultura on Netflix and Cartel Land, and they're pretty good. They're pretty entertaining. They're pretty good. It's more of a general documentary I was asking for, like your top 3.
All right, I'll give you one more. There was a Vice documentary about Liberia. Have you seen that one?
No, I do watch the Vice documentaries, but I haven't seen that one. I watched the most.
I would strongly advise you. To watch the ones that were produced by Shane, the guy who created Vice. He goes out to Liberia and basically gives you a good whiff of what real poverty looks like. All right. Liberia. He also goes to North Korea. Also, Shane. I forgot the idiot's last name. He goes to North Korea. Those two documentaries in general are very good documentaries, and I thought it was pretty ballsy for the guy from Vice, whether he's leftist or not, for him to go out there and actually, gather these images out of Liberia and North Korea. And the reason I suggest that you watch those, they're free. First of all, you can download them on YouTube. And secondly, it gives people a glimpse in the Liberia documentary of what true poverty really goddamn is. And in the North Korea documentary, it shows what communism really goddamn is. And how warped both these societies are in compared to Western civilization. Very interesting documentaries, very, very good. I mean, you can download them and watch them right now. If you just go to Vice and just look for Vice, Liberia, make sure it's the one with the guy who created Vice, Shane. He went out there and did these himself. I'm not talking about any of the correspondent crap that they're doing now. It's kind of garbage. A lot of the content they're doing is garbage. But he did this about 4, 5, 6 years ago. Very good documentaries, man. I would strongly advise you to check those out, man.
All right. Yeah, thank you so much because, I've been having, this documentary craze.
No, hey, I don't blame you. Are you kidding me? I mean, you're being entertained by visuals and audio while at the same time being informed. I don't blame you, Asho. I mean, that's the whole way of using your time wisely. I mean, if you're not out there on the internet reading and trying to absorb information, I mean, watching a documentary is a very good way of keeping yourself informed and enlightened, for Christ's sake. Me, personally, I've always suggested I am not a fan of goddamn fiction. I think fiction is a waste of goddamn time. All right? Now, look, I'm not trying to say everybody should hate fiction or whatever the case might be, but if you're not capitalizing and you're not comfortably economically, then you have no time or business to be worrying about fiction, all right? I'm serious, all right? I mean, unless you're a comic book collector, which, man, have you seen the amount of money comic books are freaking worth, for Christ's sake? Believe it or not, I don't even like comic books, but I'm investing in comic books. I actually have a stash of badass comic books. I'm talking like Spider-Man, number 4 and number 10, and, I mean, these types of craps, man. And I'm telling you, as every year goes by, these sons of bitches get more and more in value. And let me tell you, if I need to liquidate something, if I have to, if I want to go out and take a trip or something, all I got to do is take up maybe a couple of these, sell them at some damn Comic-Con or some comic shop, or put them on the internets, whatever the case might be, and I got some free liquid right there. That's how you think like a capitalist. You always have to think like a capitalist, baby. I mean, if you don't, no one is going to give you a damn thing. That's the problem with people. People believe that things are going to happen to them. That, if I just wait, and if I just wait, and if I keep my head up and I keep patient, things are going to happen. Things are going to happen. No, you idiot. Things are not just going to happen. You have to make things happen. Do you understand that? You have to utilize every part of your being, your intellectual curiosity, your intuition, your communication, whatever, every part of your abilities and creativity to make whatever it is that you want to happen, happen. And that's what makes a true capitalist, folks. You don't just sit back and watch and wait for things to happen. You go out and you make things happen. You understand that? And that's how I've lived my whole life. Because if I'd have lived my life like my parents lived their lives, I'd be a miserable human being and died like them, miserable and broke. All right? God rest their souls. All right? I would be just like them, dead, miserable, and broke. But you see, I learned from my folks. I said, look, I don't want to sit here and work my ass off and be miserable and be under distress and have the idea of, oh, man, I got to live paycheck to paycheck or whatever the case might be. I hated the idea of financial distress, economic distress, for Christ's sake, because it's not – you don't need it, man. I mean, if you're a capitalist, if you think about, okay, look, I got to offset this, I got to do this, I got to do that, I can make this money here, I can make this money there. If you're always thinking like that, you will have a better life. Because, folks, no matter what you idiots think, it's all about the money. I know you socialist, communist jerk dicks want to believe in some romanticist political idea that, there's going to be a moneyless society. It's never going to happen, man. Never. It's never going to happen. There's always going to be a means to exchange goods and services, folks. It's always going to happen. Always. And there's nothing you can do about it, all right? There's nothing you can do about it. I mean, I know that you folks want to believe this political romantic idea that one day there's not going to be any money and you're going to be able to go out and just live like some utopia society. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's political romantic bullshit. All right, I'm sorry for cursing, but God damn it, that's political romanticist bullshit. So, once again, folks, all right, I mean, open your eyes, all right? The only way that you are going to be able to make whatever dreams that you want come true is if you become a capitalist. That's it. Bottom line. Because no matter what system you are in, when you partake in capitalism, you make things happen. You understand that? I mean, that's what capitalism forces you to think like. It forces you to think on how I'm going to make things happen. How do I make things happen? How do I make my dreams come true? And it makes you want to study. It makes you want to learn on how to make whatever it is that you want as a life to come true. And for those of you that say, oh, it's too hard, I just can't do it, it's too hard. Well, then you're a destined loser, all right? I'm sorry. I hate to, tell you the honest to God's truth, but you're a destined loser if you're thinking like that, all right? You're a destined loser. Hey, asshole, life's hard, all right? Life's hard. Life isn't fair, all right? Wake up and smell the coffee. Anyway, let's take a couple of more radio graffiti callers, and then I'm going to get the hell out of here, for Christ's sake, all right? Raiden Snake, radio graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, it's a pleasure to speak to you again.
How you doing, Raiden, man?
Yeah, I'm all right. I just noticed, obviously, the IMF is obviously getting involved with, obviously, basically, about the EU referendum again, saying that we could end up having a 2-year, what was it, recession. And I think it's a load of rubbish.
Hey, you're damn right it's a bunch of rubbish. I mean, once again, what does the IMF know about the internal economic workings of Britannia? I mean, to be honest with you, I think this is time for Britannia to raise up and realize that we're going to take control of our own country again. We once ruled the world. I mean, what are we doing bowing down to an international bureaucratic institution, let alone letting other international bureaucratic institutions try to intimidate us from voting? So you're damn right, Raiden. It's a bunch of rubbish. It's garbage. I don't believe in the 2-year recession crap. All right? I mean, to be honest with you, I do believe that it'll be a transition period. But if you have leadership and you have people that are, jabbing leadership to get on the ball and make Britannia a self-sustaining economic force, I don't think it'll be 2 years. I think it'll be 6 months, 8 months, a year at best before Britannia starts doing something on the economic front on the international stage out here, all right? I mean, I'm just saying the whole reason why the European Union wants the wants England and wants Britannia to stay is so that they can continue to sustain paying for this whole EU project, all right? I mean, because who's really paying for the European Union? It's Germany, barely France, and Britannia, all right? All these other countries, what do you think? They ain't paying dick, all right? They're not paying a goddamn thing. So give me a break. Anyway, folks, once again, these damn leftists, these bureaucrats, they must be stopped. And that's why I keep saying what we're doing online, what we're doing out here in real life is important, man. It's time to start getting political, and it's time to start getting political quick. Jesus Christ. Anyway, who else do we got over here? How about 973 Radio Graffiti?
Hi, Ghost.
Hey, what's going on? How about 574? I think we already called on 574. How about, no, we didn't. 574 Radio Graffiti.
This is True Racist Radio. True Racist Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of lynch mobs. Give him racism or give him death.
That's it. Period.
Broadcasting from his boat in the Gulf of Texaco. And now he'll take it from here. Your host, the Grand Dragon of Grand Dragons. The man they call Ghost.
Damn it, you freaking son of a... God damn it! Screw you! Screw you! Screw you! Don't do that, boy! Don't you mess with my intro! Don't you dare mess with my intro, boy! That's one of the best intros in radio today, and don't you ever forget it. You understand that? That's one of the best intros in radio today. Don't you dare mess with it, you goddamn dick-licking pieces of phallic-fluffing, nipple-clamp-lugging, turkey-tit-having, anal secretion-sucking, chicken-eating cornboy trash. That's one of the best intros in radio goddamn today. Jesus Christ, give me the mic. Give me the freaking mic, you scumbags. Jesus Christ, do you hear this crap? Do you hear it? Jesus Christ, this is Sparta Radio Graffiti.
I'm glad you're dead, you know? I'm glad Jesus Christ is dead. The devil is good. The devil is my pal. The devil is good. The devil is my pal. Satan is good. Satan is my pal.
Jesus Christ. Here we go. Here we go again with this satanic crap. Look, enough of this. I'm serious. Enough of the satanic crap. Or I'm serious. Or look, I'm talking to you idiot trolls seriously right now. All right? I'm having a sit down with you right now. Enough. Enough of the goddamn satanic garbage. Jesus Christ. Who else do we got going on over here? 210 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, I know you're not really a fan of Milo, but have you heard about the Chicago interview that he had where a couple of the protesters for Black Lives Matter actually tried attacking him? And
yeah, as a matter of fact. Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking about. I mean, I don't dislike Milo, don't get me wrong. I mean, I respect the man. But we got the docs of those people last night, and we posted it on Twitter, or at least the minister, and somebody else had docs that chick that tried to take a swing at him. That chick, actually, her mother is on the faculty of the university that Milo was speaking at. So, I mean, this was pretty much of a setup for Milo, and if I was him, I would, try to take some legal action. But yeah, I do know what you're talking about. Was that DePaul, right?
Yeah, it was definitely at DePaul. It's just utter insanity. But thanks for the show, man. Name's Frosty, but hopefully we don't get any more rain. Holy crap, keeps showing up.
Yeah, no kidding. I know, no kidding. No more rain in Texas, for Christ's sake. And thank you very much for tuning in with me. I appreciate it. Let's continue going. 510 Radio Graffiti.
Oh, hey, I've been to tab off. Sorry. Great conversation, Howard.
I have no idea what you said. What else do we got going on over here? Jesus Christ, we're almost out of callers here. How about Godzilla Radio Graffiti?
This goes out to the true capitalist guitarist who called in.
pretty good. And nothing else matters. You know, I mean, that's the last Metallica album that was worth a crap. Then after that, they turned into a bunch of short-haired wussies, you know? And not to mention, I really didn't appreciate Lars Ulrich and all those assholes going after Napster. Remember Napster? Oh, man, that was great, wasn't it? Oh, Jesus Christ. But once again, folks, you know, Metallica. You know, Metallica is a good euphemism that everybody grows up and turns into a douchebag, you know? And that's why you got to be careful with, you know, throwing your whole energies and efforts into one band, somebody, some person, you know, because I mean they'll turn into a bunch of douchebags. I mean that's what happened. That's what happened over here with old ass Metallica, for Christ's sake. Pure douchebags, man. All right, I mean I remember freaking Metallica in the '80s, baby. You understand what I'm talking about? I'm talking about the Kill 'Em All album, you know. Ride the Lightning, baby, you understand? I mean, and Justice for All, for Christ's sake. You know, the Black Album was their mainstream metal album, and then after that, they turned into a bunch of pricks. So anyway, I didn't mean to go off on that diatribe, folks. Anyway, look, that's about it, folks. We're already, Jesus Christ, 6 minutes away from the goddamn ending of the third hour, going into the fourth hour. So once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me, all right? Spread it around like wildfire that we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, folks. I mean, I really need you to spread the word out there and let everybody know, all right? I am trying to break 50,000 live listeners, folks. I mean, I want 150,000. I want 250,000. You understand that? I want as many capitalists throughout the world listening to this broadcast so that we can spark synapses in their brain, for Christ's sake, and eliminate this whole idea of socialism and communism. We got to do it, for Christ's sake. We got to do it. God damn it, we got to do it. And I'm not joking, folks, all right? I'm calling on you, all right? I'm calling on you to partake in Operation Barrel Roll. I know those of you that are within the capitalist army that are partaking in it. I see you, baby. I know who you are, and I salute you, and I thank you. But I'm talking about everybody else that's sitting on the sidelines. I'm talking about those on the Trump train. I'm talking about those that want to partake in some sort of trolling that is going to be meaningful, that could get mainstream media, for Christ's sake, man. What do y'all do it? Do it, man. Operation Barrel Roll. Do it. Do it. Do it, faggot. God damn it. It's time for you all to go out and do it. Jesus Christ. Operation Barrel Roll. Operation Barrel Roll, baby. We're going to turn the Democratic Party against each other, baby. I'm going to love to see these damn Democrats eat each other. I'm going to love seeing these liberals eat each other. I can't wait. God damn it, I can't wait. Woo! Anyway, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Once again, follow me on Twitter. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. All one word, no underscores, Politics Ghost. And if you haven't already done so, please bookmark the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. It is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. Anyway, folks, I want to thank you for tuning in with me. We are going to be here once again tomorrow for a Thursday edition of the True Capitalist Radio Show, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. Tell all your friends, tell everybody on your social media networks, spread it around the internet and throughout the world, baby. It's a Baller Friday Eve tomorrow, baby. I can't wait. I can't wait. Anyway, folks, thank you very much for tuning in with me. Long live the capitalist army, and death to feminism, death to socialism, death to communism, and death to totalitarianism. I'm out of here, boy. Spread it around like wildfire. We're back tomorrow, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be there, boy. I'm out of here. Woo!